History That Doesn't Suck is a legit, hard-hitting American history podcast told through entertaining stories. As we approach America's 250th anniversary, now might be the time to go back and learn how we got here. With more than 200 episodes, you can binge your way, decade by decade, defining event to defining event, from the founding into the 20th century. Join me, Professor Greg Jackson, for History That Doesn't Suck, an Odyssey podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, it was just about a year ago today when parents at a Florida Chuck E. Cheese found themselves in an awkward position. You see, the guy in the Chuck E. Cheese mascot suit, he was also a man who'd been stealing people's credit card info and making fraudulent purchases. Now, nobody knew that except the police, who raided Chuck E. Cheese and arrested the mascot in front of kids. Parents were none too happy and described the situation as awkward. Yeah, tough to explain to kids why Chuck is being handcuffed. But then there's real animals. So kids at a zoo in Anchorage, they were left a bit disturbed when zookeepers had to pepper spray a bear in front of them to stop it from repeatedly attacking another bear in the same enclosure. Apparently, the attacks were pretty vicious, saying that the bear was tearing away fur and chunks of skin. A zoo spokesperson described the event as, quote, emotionally difficult for visitors. Now, less emotionally difficult, but equally as awkward, we go to Belgium's Antwerp Zoo, where kids there got an eyeful as Ayo, a silverback gorilla, mounted and started getting freaky with a female. Now, I saw the video, and Ayo, let's just say, Ayo's getting after it. And the kids are definitely noticing, and the parents are none too happy having to explain what gorilla sex is to the young kids watching it. But that is one way to talk to your kids about sex. Another awkward way to breach that subject is, I don't know, when a sex scene unexpectedly pops up in a movie. In fact, there was a recent discussion online about the first sex scene you saw with your parents. And it was as cringeworthy as you'd expect. For me, it was the movie The Howling. None of us saw it coming, and there it was. Good times. Good times all around. But that's what we're talking about today, look. If you're a parent, inevitably, your kids have said something in public or oddly in private or to someone you'd rather than not speak to, kind of threw you under the bus, made things uncomfortable, because that's what kids do. And other times when you're a kid, your parents can be a little weird, man. Sometimes you're not always glad that they're around and they embarrassed you. But awkwardness and cringeworthiness, it's part of being a family. And that's what our question is all about today. Brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration. We want to know, what was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or child?
Be a part of the big show. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com. And I'll watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Why does it feel like nobody really gives us the inside scoop? Join us on The Powers That Be, the podcast where insiders from Puck break down who has influence, how they use it, and what it actually means for you. New episodes every weekday. Listen to The Powers That Be, wherever you get your podcasts.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Hello, patrols. Away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,563. What a large and a charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat as Who Sucks Less is back. Steve, I don't know how you do it. You find people in the news doing messed up things.
Oh, yeah.
Bring us 3 stories each and every week. It's up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, do we have a theme this week?
There's not really a theme, just people sucking. All right, so in one case, like, hey, not everybody wants to pet your dog. Don't take it personally if they don't want to. You know, it started that. You seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one down in Florida?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Bit of an overreaction. We also go to a Southern California grocery store where, look, a lot of times you're really happy that a place, a business, stays open in spite of, something going on. They're like, no, please come in. Maybe not in this case. And then one that'll make everyone happy, it deals with health insurance. So you already know how that goes.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who Sucks Less is coming up at 4:30. Today, we're going to talk about embarrassing, awkward scenarios that you've had in your life. Now, look, there are times in your life where your kids can be the thing that embarrasses you.
Sure.
There are times in your life where your parents are the ones that put you in a cringe-worthy situation where even if they're just trying to embarrass you on purpose, or it's just who they are and what they're doing, and they're not trying to do that. I mean, obviously, You know when your parents are trying to embarrass you as a child. Does it work or not? Depends on the situation. There are sometimes they just do it on their own.
I think it's worse when they're not trying to embarrass you.
That is correct.
And
Yes.
then they're embarrassing, right?
Then the third scenario is there are just instances where things happen and you are not really in control of what's going on. And they're embarrassing for one of the two or both parties involved.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a list of awkward moments coming up where people were watching movies with their parents for the first time. I don't know who would be in a more awkward position to be in. Depends on the movie, depends on the scene, depends on what you're seeing out there. You don't know when you watch a movie what's going to pop up.
Nope, you sure don't.
You know, I think my daughter at one point in time was, I don't know, she was way too young. She was probably 12 or 13 years old. They wanted to watch a movie. I am totally fine with, R-rated, PG-13 movies at this point because you know what? If they want to watch them with me and it's a chick flick or whatever it was, which it was, whatever movie was, that's fine. I don't care about the language. So this woman is with her boyfriend. They are a younger couple. I don't know what happened, but they're in the car and they're talking, and at some point in time, her head disappears.
Yeah.
Okay. And my daughter, quite frankly, just looks over, turns her head at me and says, is she giving him a
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, it appears that way.
Yeah, I mean, you can't lie if they know.
It appears that way. Now,
But what's better? Would it be better if she said, what is she doing?
okay.
Or is it better that they know
Right.
what they're doing, they're just asking you to confirm?
The thing was that, for me, I wasn't embarrassed by the scene.
Yeah.
I was just amazed because of how naive I am as a father, that I believe that my 12 or 13-year-old doesn't know what this is.
But the way you explained it to me, it was something like the guy had tickets to something, whatever, and I'll do whatever to get tickets, but she didn't expressly say what it was. It's just implied by the way her head disappears. And the fact that your daughter immediately is like, she giving him a mouth hug? Like, yeah, I guess.
That's pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Because they don't say it.
But that was not the most embarrassing thing with that kid. That kid at one point in time, I was living in an apartment complex in Baltimore, and right beside my front door was a in-ground swimming pool for the complex.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at pool level. At any rate, I take my older daughter into the bathroom. She tells me she needs to use the bathroom. Now, so I tell my younger daughter, Ava, I was like, Ava, you just sit on this chair. You are not allowed to get in the water right now. Just chill out. Let me take your sister in there, and we're going to use the bathroom, and I'll be back. And as most kids do, if you have more than one, you know that if you take one to the bathroom, when you come back, the other one is going to want to go then, and not together like they should.
No, it's a relay race.
It really
Pass the baton.
Yeah, they never
You
do
can't do this together.
No.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that with my older daughter, her bathing suit is wet. She's got swimming army things on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're hard to pull off. Her bathing suit is just stuck to her. She's got
It's like a suction cup because it's wet.
Yes.
She's got a swimmy diaper on. The whole thing is just a pain in the ass. It took forever. It was like a 10-minute ordeal to get a new swimmy diaper, to get the thing back on, to get her swimming arms back on. It sucked because I had to take almost the whole entire bathing suit off to get the diaper off and get her pants down. So I go back to the pool. My older daughter's good to go. There is not a chair open, by the way, at this pool. I mean, it is packed with every neighbor
like Saturday afternoon?
I have, and I am the only dude there.
Yeah.
It's every single mom with her kids. It's basically I had to be a weekend, but because I had them, so I was a weekend warrior dad. And so I sit down, and Kate gets in the pool. My other daughter Ava gets in the pool, and Ava comes over and swims to me. And she's like, "Dad, I gotta go pee now." And I was like, "Listen, Ava." I was like, "Look, here's the deal. You just gotta pee, right? That's it." She's like, "You don't have to poop, right?" She's like, "No, Dad, I gotta pee." And I said, "You just gotta pee, no poop?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Just do me a favor, and you pee in the pool." She goes, "Dad, I'm not peeing in the pool." Screams it. And it echoes, like within this corridor of buildings. And I look up, and like every single mom, every parent is just staring at me. I'm like, well, I guess we got to go to the bathroom real quick. And it's like, I was just like, you mother. And that was the one where I was just like, God damn it. Like, I'm whispering to you.
Like, and you're whispering to me.
Right.
We're keeping it under control.
I know you're 4 years old or whatever the deal is, 3. But still, like, you gotta keep it together. Dad, I'm not peeing in the pool. I was like, golly, kid.
My son did the opposite. I think he was 3 or 4. My parents were living here. They lived on Bainbridge Island at the time. So they had rented a smaller house. There's one bathroom in the house, but they had a big backyard. And it's like all family. Maybe it was like Father's Day or something, but there's relatives there. So it's not really a big deal. But my son has to pee, and, I mean, he's doing, as little kids do. You just grip your junk and just try to, squeeze it and keep it in place. And I'm like, dude, look, there's someone in there. Keep in mind, this is older relatives. So when they go to the bathroom, like, bro, it's going to be a hot minute. You know what I mean? You can't rush the elderly in the bathroom. But even my mother, because, again, it's Bainbridge Island, so the property, it's just surrounded by trees. So my mother's like, dude, just wander to the tree line and pee. He's like, I'm not peeing outside. And all of us are trying to encourage him. I'm like, dude, you're losing your mind, right? You're doing the pee dance. You're grabbing your junk, the whole 9. We can't rush this person out of the bathroom. Just pee in the trees. Nobody cares. And I said, one of the beauties of being a dude is like, we can just do that. Well, he's not having it. He will not do it. He absolutely refuses to do it. Does not wet himself. But the relative finally gets out of the bathroom. And I mean, he's, Usain Bolt speed. Goes to the bathroom, handles his business. Whatever. I don't really give it another thought. Later that same summer, I'm now at home in North Seattle, and we have a bunch of friends over, including his. Right? There's kids, adults, everyone, people are drinking and all this. And he's in the basement, and in the basement, there is a bathroom. And the bathroom is completely wide open. There's nobody in there. And he doesn't say anything. He just opens the slider door, walks outside. We don't know what he's doing. Drops his pants, turns around, and starts peeing. And we're like, what are you doing, man? He's like, you told me to pee outside. I'm like, no. Listen, man, not all the time. We're saying, like, if you can't get to a bathroom and outdoors is available, I don't mean just go outside and pee every time you have to pee. And he's like, okay, well, I didn't know that. But it's just weird because there's a hush. And keep in mind, it's not that it's a big deal.
Kids really do take parents literally.
They take you very, because I did say, and keep in mind, his grandmother had confirmed it, dude, just pee outside. So that's what he just started doing. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, there's like 40 people looking at him, including like little girls. His wangs hanging out. And he's hands on hips, just peeing like the little fountains that people get in their backyard. And I'm like, man, so I had to pull him aside. I'm like, listen, you can't just pee outside. And I'm like, and there's no one in the bathroom. But you said pee outside. I'm like, oh my God. So
in the circumstances,
you do have to break it down. I'm like, okay, let me go. So I had to call my mother and I told her, I'm like, your goddamn grandson now just pees outside. She's like, why? I'm like, well, because you encouraged him to. And he truly believed that this is the power move. And I confirmed, as a guy, we can just go out there and do it. So he's like, I'm a guy. There's the outdoors.
I can go out there and
I don't care who's watching.
So my cousin, kind of on the P tip, his son is like, I don't know, probably 9 or 10 playing football.
All right.
And my cousin did play college ball, right? So it's during a game. Like, it's hard to describe, but sometimes like the football field, it is just far from where the bathrooms are.
Always.
So he's coaching. His son comes over and he's like, Dad, it's during a game. He's like, I really got to go. I got to pee. And he's like, he just kind of nonchalantly, just pee your pants. And he's like, I can't. And he's like, don't worry, the pros do it. The other linemen will hate it. Again, doesn't give it a second thought. Kid's like, I can't. He's like, just do it. So then, like, I want to say, like, the next week, like the game kicks off, and he sprints over to my cousin and goes, Dad, good news. I already peed my pants. And he's like, now, hang on. Right? And I think he did it once in practice. He's like, hang on. In practice, we have time to go to the bathroom. He was like, it's merely like in the middle of the game. But same thing. His son just took him literally and was like, he thought that was just part of football after he did it once.
Well, sure.
That you pee your pants.
Because that's the way we say it. Like, dude, don't worry about it. And everybody's like, dude, let's go pee outside.
In the NFL, like, the bathroom is so far away from any situation you are in. When you walk out onto any stadium, no matter if you're a high school, if you're in an NFL stadium, a college stadium, they're even worse because they're older and bigger. The tunnel you go through, then you go through another tunnel, then you come through here, and you get up on the field. And the NFL just said, we have injury tents now. So
right.
So that's what they said. We have injury tents.
And nothing wrong with that player.
Which is the biggest crock. They should just basically say, they should just put a honey bucket down there. And just let him go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I mean, dead serious.
You can tell when a guy's injured because typically two guys are beside him. His helmet is off. When you see a player sprint off of the field, the helmet is still on.
Going to a tent.
Disappears into the tent and then comes out. There's no injury report. Like, he peed.
Do you really think that nobody knows what the hell's going on there? I mean, if you played the game, you know exactly what the hell's going on. There's no injury. The guy's trying to pee into a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket.
Right.
With, I don't know, maybe a poodle noodle around in case
That's
someone's
got to be weird, too.
What's that?
Well, it's already a pain in the butt to just...
Hearing 70,000 people cheer.
Well, I'm saying it's a pain in the butt to pee in football pants anyhow.
Yeah.
They don't wear nearly the amount of pads we used to wear back in the day.
Sure.
But then I'm with you. Just 70, 80,000 people. They can't see me, but I'm just standing there like, get going.
And you got to wonder what you're missing, right? Because you're in there, you're just trying to take a leak, and you hear, like...
You're also
did
probably
we score
supposed
a
to be on the
touchdown?
field. Because if it's that bad...
That's true, man. Yeah,
like Reggie White missed, 2 series that time he ran out the field?
He had diarrhea.
But he had
right.
But either way...
And you've never seen a big man sprint so fast. And what's great is the announcers don't know. So we don't want to speculate. And they show you all these plays where something could happen. Well,
he could be hurt because he's running faster than he ever has.
Ever.
He actually beat his 40 time from the combine. I mean, there's no way this guy's hurt. He's flying, dude.
And then walked out of the tunnel with the biggest smile on his face.
He's running a 5 flat, man. He's 320 pounds.
Yeah, and when my cousin told his son that, right, he's thinking heat of the moment. Like, it's not unheard of that people would pee their pants on purpose so the other guys just think you're gross and don't want to touch you. But, yeah, that kid just kept doing it.
But I like how it's preemptive. Dad, I already did it. I don't know. We have to have a talk.
Right, but you don't have to pee just in the middle of the game. It's okay.
You can hold it. Right. That would be helpful.
Well, when he did it in practice, he was like, all right.
Yeah.
We have time.
So our question today, what was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803.
You've built a killer sports podcast. You bring the heat every week, and you have a loyal audience. But when it comes to monetizing, you're still leaving too much on the table. That's where the Odyssey Creator Lab comes in. We host your show for free. No fees, no catch. You focus on delivering the play-by-play and hot takes, and our experienced sales team goes to work bringing in ad dollars. Let's turn those downloads into revenue. Apply now at creators.odyssey.com and start making money from your podcast.
From the moment you wake up, your day is already pretty full. That's why University of Phoenix's online master's programs help you balance work, family, and school. Explore flexible master's degrees made for busy adults at University of Phoenix.
Rock.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
As we said, sometimes it can just be situational. Talk about a jungle joyride. 2 gorillas went completely bananas for each other, tossing modesty into the bushes and getting busy, giving stunned onlookers a surprise mating call they definitely did not sign up for. The clip was filmed, and it's pretty well... It's not that it's not safe for work. It's just, it's
2 gorillas effing
at the Belgium Zoo. And yes, the background audio makes it painfully clear. There were kids watching the whole thing go down. In the clip, we get it, but being there must have been next level stuff. The pair is going at it as adults are nervously laughing, cringed, and clearly had no idea where to look. Now, they say as wild as it looked, the zoo said this wasn't some rogue ape behavior. The male silverback Ayo, who joined the zoo in November as part of a breeding program, was simply doing what comes naturally. Translation, that's why he was there.
Oh, yeah.
So to speak.
I mean, he's doing his job.
So our question, what was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Dana. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Okay, so my childhood best friend's mother was a school bus driver, and she wanted me to be one too. So she took me into the bus barn and was going to introduce me to her boss, which became my boss. And I had my son with me, my youngest child, who was still kind of half breastfeeding. So we're standing there talking, and she introduces me, and all of a sudden, my son sticks both of his hands up my shirt and grabs my boobs and says, "Boobies, boobies," right in front of the boss.
Is the boss male or female?
He was male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how old was your son?
16.
He was like 2.5, 16.
Oh,
Yeah.
16.
2.5, 3. That's why I said he was kind of breastfeeding. It was like more of a, it's my last child, like, I'm loving the bonding.
All right. So when he's saying boobies, is he asking to be fed, or is he just pointing out that he knows what they are?
No, he wanted to breastfeed.
Now, did he
And
ever
he's like,
do
"I'm
it to?
short."
Did he ever do it to other women? Like, did he ever
No, he never did.
Okay. Not
He
a,
would die that I'm on the radio saying this because he's an adult now.
I mean, hey man, he's young. It's okay.
Yeah.
I also wanted to add to your comment, one of your stories earlier about being outside and having it be a bonus for a guy. My mother used to call that a handy dandy picnic gadget.
The handy dandy picnic gadget.
Yeah,
look.
the men had the handy dandy picnic gadget.
Dana, I went out with a girl who could do that standing up just like a guy.
Really?
Oh yeah, the way she just had a way.
Her name was Jim.
Yeah, exactly. Jim was huge. No, but she really could. She could just stand up.
Call me Jill.
Move her pelvis a certain way, man. She could stand peeing up and not even give it a drop on her clothes.
Wow.
Yeah.
At what age do we start changing?
I don't know.
So, like, a kid, it's you got a pee or just penis, right? It's straight clinical, or they have some little cute, stupid name. Then my son went from like pee to my privacy. I think that's what he called it when he started going to like daycare. And I've got something that came from teachers because you're around other people at this point. So, and he called it his privacy until he was like 8. And it used to just crack me up because he'd be dead serious. Like, Dad, we're at recess today, and like the Nerf ball slammed me in my privacy. And I understood the context, and he dropped down to the ground the whole 9. Now he's at an age, and he does not say it to me, but I can hear him talking to his friends. He's got a straight up D.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, at what age, right? Because to me, you can have a D, but you cannot call it a C until you've lost your virginity. Like, if you have not had sex, the best you're going to have is a D.
I feel like we always called it either something clinical or whatever to about high school.
High school? Really?
What do you say when you
Man,
gotta
I
go?
felt like-
What do you say when you got to go to the bathroom now? Just go in the bathroom.
Take a leak.
See, I typically
My son says whiz now.
I
It
say-
used to be I have to go to the bath. Now it's like, Dad, I got to take a whiz. I'm like, really?
Like, all through high school, I was a piss, whatever. Now I'm like, I gotta pee.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
goes
know-
back
I
to
don't-
pee.
I still say I got to hit the head sometimes.
To Dad, to make people annoyed, I'll say I got to milk the cobra. That just embarrasses my daughter, but that's why
Well,
I
to me,
say
that
it.
means something else.
Well, yeah, it could.
If I've been drinking beer like this past weekend, right, and we were at an environment where I could piss outside,
Yeah.
I guess I say that. Sorry,
Yeah.
But I just looked at my buddy and we're talking, and like I couldn't get out of the conversation, and finally said, "Man, I got to rock piss."
Yeah.
Just like I got to go.
But I feel like with dudes, if we're at the bar and it's us, I'm like, dude, I got to take a piss. If I'm with my wife, like, hey, man, I got to go pee. Even though it's the same thing. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I will say though, we're talking about kids and parents. So I was going to summer school. I'm like 15, right? So my mom works. So a woman in the neighborhood would run like almost like not a daycare, but she would just drive us to summer school.
Yeah.
Because she ran a daycare. I don't know how old her son was, but it was embarrassing for all of us. Because me and my buddy, again, we're 15. So we're kids, but we're not like little kids. And I sit in the car, and the little son just goes, "You have a penis," and like just like points and touches it, and I'm just like, She's like, "We're going over stuff." Like it was. She seemed embarrassed. The kid did not care.
No,
I was
he's got a penis too.
Yeah, he was very proud of it. And he's like, "My mom had." I was like, "Oh God, don't say that."
That's the worst part about that age is, you are teaching your kids about the different parts of their body. And like anything, kids want to show off their knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So grandparents come over like, Papa, you have a penis. He's like, I know I do. And Grandmommy, you have a vagina. She's like, cool. And then you get the look. And I'm like, look, man, they have identified the genders, and now they want to let you know that they know what you got hidden under your clothes.
And maybe I'm not trying to make fun of our last caller.
What?
Does that seem a little old if a kid can request a breastfeed?
Yeah, probably.
3.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
but who knows? Look, I don't know, man.
I
To each
don't
their
know.
own. Look, so the kid, he's not double digits, but either way, I'm like, wow. Actually, I asked my mom, I was like, was I breastfed? And she was like, no, you weren't. I was like, thank God. She's like, really? I go, just the idea, man, because it's you. That's gross.
Here's a fun one about parents embarrassing you. My dad would pull his arms into his shirt and pretend he had no arms at the McDonald's drive-thru, and he'd hand them the money with his teeth.
All right.
I like it.
So I was never that dad. Mortified. My 3-year-old son dropped his pants while we were in line at a amusement park. Mortified. I asked him, "What are you doing?" His answer, "Mommy, these people need to see my penis."
Yeah.
All right.
So proud.
Exactly.
So proud.
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Bob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Well, I got two quick stories for you. One was my daughter was about 6 years old, and we were in Sydney, Australia, and we went to the beach, and we're walking out there, and she's about 50 feet in front of me, and she turns around and yells as loud as she can, "Dad, there's boobs everywhere."
I know.
And you're like, one step ahead of you, kid.
And then the second story was when she was about 3 years old, and we're down at Green Lake, and she's up on my shoulders, and we're walking around. And when she was younger, she had a hard time handling or being able to say cream of the crop when it came to describing girls, because I would say there's a cream of the crop, and she couldn't say it, so we shortened it to creamer.
God,
no!
Yeah.
Jeez,
Oh,
man.
no!
Why did you shorten it to that?
No!
It was because it was so innocent. It's like, Dad, is that a creamer? Yeah, she is.
Oh, no! No!
God, man.
Okay. So we're walking around Green Lake. She's on my shoulder. This football player is walking towards us with his girlfriend, and he's like the size of a skyscraper. And she leans over right when they get about 4 feet from me and goes, "There's a creamer, Dad." And I'm like, oh. And the guy looks at me, and I go, "Can I put my daughter down before you deck me?"
There's a
he just
creamer.
shook his head and kind of smirked a little bit, and off they went. But
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone that way. Cream of the crop. I've never really said that as far as reference of another person.
Not to my child.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't want to.
I'll say whatever comes to the top of mind, but I've never said that.
They might hear, like, damn.
Or
And maybe they
typically
can piece
that's why I go,
together.
wow. Like, I turn into Owen Wilson, like, wow.
Yeah, but there's no description. I remember my kid, we were in Mexico. I think he was like 5 or 6, all right? So one thing, on Christmas Day, there's a baseball game, all right? And a buddy of ours gave us tickets, like, cool. We'll take the kids to
like
the
the
baseball
Mexican
game.
League.
Yeah. And
That's got to be fun on Christmas.
you know what, dude? It was a ton of fun, and the kids ended up on Jumbotron, which made their universe. I remember my daughter was like, "We are famous." I'm like, "You're on Jumbotron," but whatever, right? But they're that happy about it. But when you're walking up to your seats, typical stadiums, you're walking up the ramp, you kind of circling around to find your seats. Well, Mexican baseball teams have cheerleaders. I did not know this. And when you go up each ramp, there's like 5 or 6 there, and they're doing the regular stuff, rubbing the pom-poms together, just greeting people and smiling, right? But their boobs are hanging out. Now, again, my kid's like 5 or 6 years old. So they're doing the thing. And look, they're attractive, whatever. But I'm more just looking forward to the seats, and I realize, as my kid did when he was little, I'm holding his hand, and suddenly he's just dead weight. And, I mean, he's like 2 feet in front of this one particular cheerleader, and she has the big smile, right? She doesn't break character. And he's just staring at her boobs. He's not looking at her face.
Yeah.
I don't care about the pom-pom. She's saying whatever she's saying in Spanish, and I'm sure it's all that, "Hey, little guy, welcome to the game." Did not care. He is laser focused on her big, voluptuous breast, but he won't move, man. So finally, I have to put my arm around his waist and physically lift him and walk away. And when I look at him, his head is turned around. He is just focused on her boobs. And this lady cheerleader, she just keeps staring at him, same smile, rubbing her pom-poms. And I'm like, I get it, man, but you can't be that obvious. I mean, that's all I told him. I'm like, you can't stare. I know why you were staring, which kind of embarrassed him. I said, but don't, man. I said, it makes it weird. And the only other time he's done that, it wasn't boobs. And I've told you this before. The first time you ever saw a dwarf, it's not something that ever crosses my mind. But we're at the grocery store, and it's a full-grown man. He had a mustache, beard, and all that. But the height and head size did not make sense to my child. He could not run. It's about the same age. We're walking through the produce section, man, and again, holding his hand, and there's dead weight. I have no idea why. And I'm not being funny. It took me a second to find the dwarf because he was shorter, and he was on the other side of produce, and he had an apple in his hand. And he's just feeling up the apple the way anyone does, is it ripe kind of thing. But now the dwarf realizes that my son is staring at him with his mouth hanging open. He can't make sense of this, right? So now it gets tense because the dwarf is staring at my son, who's now staring back at the dwarf. And in my mind, this went on for 45 minutes. It probably lasted 15 seconds, but I keep tugging my kid like, dude, come on. But he's not going to stop looking at this. Like, this is an anomaly. So then the dwarf stops looking at my son and now starts mean-mugging me. And I'm like, look, man, I mean, like, you see I'm trying to tug him away. You know why this is happening. Nobody wants to say it, but my kid doesn't know what's going on here. You don't make sense in his mind. So finally, I drag my kid away. And as kids do, once they focus on something, you can walk them anywhere, but they're still looking at the thing. So we're going up the aisle. He's still staring down the aisle at this guy, but the dwarf is still staring back at him. And
It's like a standoff.
But he doesn't look amused. He looks really irritated. So now it's hard for me not to laugh. Like, look, it's not that big of a deal. But I get him around the corner, and I'm like, hey, man, you can't stare at people. And my son cuts me off. He's like, what was that? I was like, look, man, I said, he was a dwarf. He was like, what is that? I'm like, like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. He's like, sure. I said, okay, well, dwarves are a real thing. I said, that was a full-grown man. He's like, couldn't have been a full-grown man. I'm like, man, listen to me and stop talking.
Full-grown man.
It's a full-grown man. He's a freaking dwarf, all right?
Yeah.
That's it. Don't worry about it. So kind of lets it go. And then, of course, when we get in line, we're about 8 people behind the guy now. But he's up at the register buying his stuff. And he turns around, he sees my son again, and just kind of shakes his head. And I'm like, ah. And I don't know why I was embarrassed, but I was. Like, dude, you've got to stop staring at this
Nobody
guy.
wants to make anybody feel uncomfortable.
No, I did not at all.
Once it's established that the dwarf feels uncomfortable, now you feel kind of like, ow.
Look, man, I'm a black dude, and I've been in grocery stores as a little kid. And like, Mommy, a chocolate man. And the mother was so mortified. We're in the cereal section. And kid, he points him, and he's happy. He's excited.
Yeah,
like,
chocolate man.
Chocolate man. And the mom's like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. So I just looked at the kid, and I said, I am. And made the kid's day. I'm like, it's not like you dropped the N-bomb. You know what I mean? Like, whoa. Yeah.
I have seen a kid ask, God, it was one of my cousins when they were very little, and asked a black lifeguard if she was sucking her thumb.
You know how to swim?
Of course, PG County.
You really a lifeguard?
But she was sucking her thumb, and he just kind of said, like, hey, like, you shouldn't be sucking your thumb. Or she was like, you don't. And she goes, if you suck your thumb, is it chocolate? And he just went, yep. Just like, keep it moving. So I oh my
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Corey. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi.
Hola.
Well, I was, I think, about 3 in the car with my mom at a red light in Rainier Avenue, summertime, windows down, and I could not pronounce motorcycle. And pointed out the window and hollered at my mom, look, Mom, a mama sucker.
Oh. How did that go over?
I do not remember.
But she tells the story.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have kids of your own?
I do.
What were some of the words they struggle with? I've said this before. My daughter cannot pronounce L's very well when she's little. And of all the things, we go to Home Depot to grab whatever we're going to grab, and there is a giant clock in the aisle that they're selling. And my daughter, she's just never seen a clock that big, right? So she just
Talking about how big it is?
again. Yes. But again, it's a clock without the L. So she's like, Dad, look at the size of that. And I'm like, oh, my God, right? Because she's screaming this. And everyone could piece it together, but she kept saying it because she's so excited and kept pointing. I've never seen a clock that big. I'm like, baby, don't worry about it. I almost just wanted to buy it just so she'd shut up. We didn't.
It's yours.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like saying,
You got the biggest clock in Home Depot.
Oh, yeah. And it was I've never seen a giant clock at Home Depot. And this one time we go in. I have not seen it since. At one time, she just points and screams it at the top of her lungs. Like,
and look, when I first moved here, and look, at 45, I'll still giggle sometimes, but I'm familiar that Dick sells cheeseburgers.
yes, I know.
My buddy's little daughter, she would just always be like, but I love Dick's. I was like, Dick's Burgers. Burgers. Add burgers.
Oh, I know. When we first got here, man, you guys want to grab a bag of dicks? And I did not know that was a saying or a thing. I'm like, nah, man.
I dumped it.
You go, oh, that's right, you did.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what is this guy talking about? And Ben's like, whoa, it's a burger joint.
Like, oh.
Just like a smart-ass comment.
Some of the things that the parents did to embarrass you. My mom would lurk for a few minutes around the milk cooler at the grocery store. When she saw the stock clerk go into the walk-in, she knew the guy behind the dairy display. But she would open the cooler to reach in, grab his arm, and growl at him. And the milkman would always scream, and Mom would cackle while I wandered down the produce aisle in search of a new parent. Wow. Here's a new one. My mom has a heart of gold, but she's not the brightest bulb. I'm saying that the nicest way. Every car she ever owned up until that point was a stick shift. Now, she normally drove us to school, One morning, her car would not start. The next-door neighbor said, hey, you can borrow my car. My mom said, hey, thanks for the offer, but I don't know how to drive an automatic. Our question, what was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tony. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, LARP on.
Hola. LARP on.
The story is I'm on my dad's shoulders at the Sonics championship parade back in the 70s. I've probably never seen a black person before, and I lean over to the little girl on her dad's shoulders and I say, I like your tan.
That's a decent, it's a decent compliment.
Did she say thank you or just give you the look?
I don't. That was it. My dad was just like, oh, geez,
Yeah.
I can't believe. So.
Well, to be fair, in the 70s in Seattle, the only black people were on the Sonics.
What year was that? Was it 70?
That was 78, probably.
78?
Like 2.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. You got it.
I mean, that's tough.
My family had a friend that we were close with, and my dad and him hung out all the time, and their kids living down in South King County, North Pierce County, out in the sticks. There's not a whole lot of black people that are out there.
Oh, you can name check it. Eat 'em, Claw.
No, this was Buckley.
All right.
Oh,
that's the difference.
In Buckley, Wilkinson area, right, all the way out there.
All right,
The mountain people out there. Not a
Well, 78 was a big year for that. Because the Seahawks, the Sonics.
Fair call. But this family friend, his kids, same kind, similar deal. They had never seen a black person in their life, and much like your son, they were in the grocery store one time, and that was their first encounter.
Chocolate man.
And they were a little bit too old to not have realized this, but they still looked at their dad like, Dad, is that one of those burn victims?
Oh, God. Wow. Jesus.
No, son. Some people, they just...
Wow, man.
So, yeah, that was, and they were just a little bit on the old side to think that.
How old do you think they were when they
I think they were closer to double digits than they were to 0.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
God damn, man.
I've done the opposite. One of Taryn's friends, first time I met her, like we're chilling, we're having drinks. At some point, I go, you know me, kind of awkward, but I'm like, oh, you must be ethnic of some type. And she just kind of like puts her hands in her face and she's like, no, I'm not. I got too much of a spray tan. So I was like, are you serious? She was like, yeah.
Oh, my bad.
But they put it on heavy.
I had a woman
You look Hispanic.
I had a black woman in Florida ask me if I was from Alaska. I said, where are you from? You are white. I'm like, dude, I'm down here. It's the wintertime, man. We don't get any sun. She's like, yeah, but man, you are white.
Damn, good.
In Alaska? She's like, is it really that dark in Seattle? I was like, yes.
I blatantly lied in Miami. Everybody thought my buddy was Dominican. So I was like, I don't speak Spanish, but I'm clearly Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hey y'all, I'm Maddie. And I'm Poodle. And together we host the podcast Reality Gaze. We are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than talking about reality television and tearing in a new one. So whether it's 90 Day Fiancé, Love is Blind, Love After Lockup, or any other trash TV show about lonely hearts looking for love, your gay besties got you covered, y'all. New shows every week. Follow and listen to Reality Gaze wherever you get your podcast. Reality Gaze, let's love! Hey y'all, I'm Maddie. And I'm Poodle. And together we host the podcast Reality Gaze. We are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than talking about reality television and tearing in a new one. So whether it's 90 Day Fiancé, Love is Blind, Love After Lockup, or any other trash TV show about lonely hearts looking for love, your gay besties got you covered, y'all. New shows every week. Follow and listen to Reality Gaze wherever you get your podcast. Reality Gaze, let's love!
The projects that built America didn't stop. Highways stretch farther. Fields feed generations. Timber frames growing cities. For 250 years, America has been built by those who show up, work hard, and keep moving forward. For nearly 90 years, Pape has been here to provide equipment, service, and parts for it all, celebrating 250 years of America and those who build, haul, harvest, and supply the American West. Pape keeps you moving.
I want to tell you about a new podcast from Odyssey called Family Lore. It's about interesting family stories and the truth behind them. It's available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
I remember one summer, my cousin Sam, he lived in Houston. He was 3 years old. He's going to spend the summer with me and my brother in upstate New York. I'm 11, my brother's 15 or 16. Sam was a very sweet kid, very good kid. He had never been out of Houston, and even then had never been out of the project.
He's 3.
He's 3 years old. And again, just the sweetest kid. He's 49 now, has 5 kids. He's still a wonderful human being. But he did not know a lot of things. And we're all in the car. I don't remember where we were going, but we stopped at a light. It's the summertime, so the windows are down. And just understand that what he said next was not incorrect. It just did not need to be said. So we're waiting at the light. A guy on a bike kind of pulls up beside the car. He's waiting for the light, too. And my cousin Sam points out the window at this guy and just says, "Fat man on a bike."
Jesus. I remember, like a bicycle or a motorcycle?
A bicycle.
Oh, wow.
The guy absolutely heard him. I mean, this guy's head
Fat
snapped
man
up.
on a bike.
Fat man on a bike. Pointing at everything. It's like, okay.
Is that the same one that said, "Can we kill it"?
Yeah, so my mom, she's always trying, the best hostess in the world, and for the most part, she is.
I have to ask, why did Sam get stuck with you guys for the summer? Do you know? Do you remember?
I do remember very well. So he is the son, he's my cousin, but he's the son of my father's youngest sister. And she's going through a real hard time at the time, and she, poverty and all this kind of thing.
All right. Okay.
So, and now she's doing quite well for herself now, but at the time, it just wasn't great. And so for the summer, my parents are like, "Look, we'll take him off your hands, just save you the money of dealing with the kid.
Right.
Figure your stuff out. We'll bring him up for the summer, let him enjoy his cousins, and see something entirely different," right? And it ended up being a very good thing. But we get out to our house, and again, we're living in the woods at the time, and he got to see a lot of different wildlife. But the first thing that he saw was a squirrel. And as amazing as this is, he had never seen a squirrel. I feel like squirrels were every freaking where, right? But he'd never seen a squirrel. So squirrel looking at anything, he comes up to the back door. It's acting like a squirrel, breathing fast, kind of looking through the window. So my mom, she's like, Sam, look, there's a squirrel. Sam kind of squares it up a little bit, looks at my mom, says, "Can I kill it?" She's like, "Oh, my God, Sam, no." You would think Sam has problems. He really did, man. Perfectly normal kid.
Well, yeah. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, it just destroyed my mother because she thought it was like a Disney moment. He's straight up like, "Can I kill it?" Hello, Joe. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
So I have 2 boys, so I have a ton of, penis stories. Basically.
Oh, yeah.
But one rises to the top. My oldest son, we were at Woodland Park Zoo with some family, and him and I walked over to the vending place, and we're standing in line. We're going to get a hot dog or something, and it's middle of the week. It's nothing but moms with strollers, and we're standing there. All of a sudden, he hunches over and he goes, "Oh, Dad, my penis!" He yells really loud. So I kind of look up and I see all these ladies looking at me, and I go, "What's wrong?" He goes, "It hurts." And I go, "Oh, man." I go, "Well, why does it hurt, buddy?" He goes, "It's hard."
Oh,
how old was he?
all these moms, I could feel them looking at me at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all staring me down. And so without missing a beat, I look at them and I said, "Son, someday that's going to make one lucky lady really happy."
Mm-hmm.
And I step up to the counter, and the gal goes, "Oh, can I get you?" And I go, "Oh, I'll get a foot-long hot dog."
Why not?
All these moms, I could hear them sniggering at me, and one dad was laughing out loud. He was pretty brave.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but back to having sons. I know nothing about that. I can't tell you. I know no penis stories.
There's a lot of penis talk.
I just don't remember. I don't remember because I was too young as a child.
Yeah.
But as a parent,
Well,
I never had that experience.
Oh, it's when they get around their friend. Like my wife, she'll pile, like when we're in Orlando last week, right? She rented a minivan. She'll pile 7 of them and then drive them over to where they're going to play, the convention center. And she came back kind of amused, but always just shaking her head. I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Look, man, you got 7, 14, and 15-year-old boys." She's like, "The only 2 words that I swear they said through this whole thing," she goes, "We're having a conversation, but the only words I can understand are penis and fart, and that is it." And she's like, "It's only like a 5-minute drive." She's like, "I swear to God, they said penis 120 times." I'm like, "What are they talking about?" She's like, They're penises. She's like,
Volleyball.
That's all they do. Volleyball, farting, and penises. She's like, that is it. There are no other words spoken.
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Ken. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So a couple years ago, I was with a new chick, and I took her and her almost adult kids out to eat to meet my mom. So conversation came around that my ex was a very nice lady. I think I was only her third guy she's ever been with, right?
All right.
My mom hears this, makes a face, and I thought, oh, no. She leans over, my mom does, and goes, you know he used to be a man whore?
Oh, God.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Mom.
I mean, were you?
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, but she doesn't need to know that.
Yeah, but my mom's kind of brutally honest native, so, she tells it how it is.
Well, it's one thing to be honest, but I would say, look, I don't mind you being honest, but can you wait until someone asks you something?
Exactly.
That's the only
I'll tell
difference.
you, I'll be honest with you.
If you ask
me, but, you don't need to volunteer that information.
Yeah, that's all.
Right.
I mean, look, I tried to be a man whore. I just wasn't.
Like, if you were to go, do you want to know how many venereal diseases I've had? That's not how you do it.
Right.
Someone
Right.
asks you, you're close to, you go,
awesome.
well,
Sure.
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah. And then I got a great one about my son, if you guys got time.
Sure.
So I used to take my son to the parks all the time when he was about 2-3 years old, and we'd pick wildflowers and just give them to pretty ladies because it's something to do.
And you were a man whore, so you know what you're doing.
Back to your game.
So this is like 16 years ago, but he picked a beautiful little handmade bouquet of wildflowers, and he is looking for a woman. And I'm pointing out, cute chicks here and there, thick, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, Dad, I got to find this one I saw earlier. Okay, sure. So we're going to leave, and he sees this chick in a V-cut shirt, very well endowed chest. And he goes, yes, runs up to her, goes, here you go, pretty lady, and hands her the flowers, very polite. He asks for a hug. She goes, oh, of course, and she leans down to hug him. This boy grabbed her shirt and yanked out the yitties.
What?
Wow, really?
On a public trail. I severely apologized over and over again. And she goes, no, it's okay. Kids are kids, blah, blah, blah. And I was telling him, boy, you can't do that. That's inappropriate. You can't touch people like that. As soon as she walked away, that was the most amazing thing I ever seen, son. Thank you for being a kid.
How old was he?
About 3 or 4 around that time. It was a long time ago.
All right.
Yeah, I wonder what the age cutoff is for that, right?
Yeah, I feel like maybe Dad taught him that trick so he could see him.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, that's the sense I'm getting.
Oh, no, he did it again.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Like a yam sandwich. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
A buddy of mine, he lives in Mexico now.
By the way, real quick, I think the one thing we're learning today, whether they're children, little boys, or full-grown adults, we just can't seem to handle ourselves around.
If you find a woman attractive, we get stupid, right? I mean, it's a fact. It's a guaranteed fact. A buddy of mine, he was, I guess, older teenager, so 16, 17 years old. He has an older brother. His older brother, from his perspective, is the super cool guy. So when his older brother invited him to whatever party, he was excited to go. He's like, I go to this party. I don't really know a lot of people. I know some of my brother's friends, but there's this girl there that he just keys on. And he goes, you know how it is, man. You're a teenager, and the woman I see, in my opinion, is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. So I'm trying to figure out a way to work up the courage to talk to her. I'm like, okay, how did it go? And he's like, again, I'm a teenager, so I'm awkward. I don't know. He goes, but I keep drifting a little closer because she's holding court with a couple of other girls. So he's like, I'm trying to listen in on the conversation. Is there a band that she's going to mention? I'm like, anything, right? And he goes, I realize she has a very unique way of speaking. So when there was a pause in the conversation, he goes, and this is my Romeo moment. He looks at her and says, I can't quite put a finger on it, but I hear that you have an accent. And he said, she turned around and said, I have a speech impediment.
Oh,
dude.
I did it this weekend.
No, you didn't.
I
Come
did
on.
the same exact thing.
No, you did not.
I swear to God, I kind of blanked it out of my mind
dude.
till you just said that. I think it was the woman with the tiny meatballs.
Oh.
And they were delicious. And she was an attract, and I was just like, same thing. And I was like, Oh, where's your accent from? She's like, I have a speech impediment.
Damn it. What did you say?
That's what I said.
No, I'm saying, what did you say? Because when I asked him.
What do you think I said? I went, I am so sorry.
Did you?
And she was like, it's okay. And I was just like,
you had a hell of a weekend, man.
I completely forgot about that interaction.
Yeah, that's he told me that story. I was dying. That's rough. I'm guessing that I can see your face. Like, that's not awesome.
Yeah, and it wasn't just like a standard lisp. It was, I don't know.
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by Ted? 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, we could do this all day. Yeah. Damn, I forgot I did that.
I was at a wedding coming up on 10 years ago at this point. Photographer at this wedding, she was sporting a pretty good-sized pregnant belly, right? And grandma of the bride walks over and starts commenting, "Oh yeah, looks like you swallowed a watermelon seed," right? Making that old joke. The bride instantly goes to grandma and says, "Oh no, you're talking about the seeds on her dress, right? It looks like she's got watermelon seeds on her dress." Like, she's deflecting like crazy friggin' hard.
Right.
Till we get off to the side and she says, "Yeah, we've already had a conversation with her. That is not a baby, that is a tumor that she has got." She looked 9 months pregnant, dude. She looked 9 months pregnant. It was bad.
I mean, look, man, they say, even if you think the woman's pregnant.
That's right.
And she could be delivering the baby.
Right.
Don't even ask her if she's pregnant until the baby is out.
And don't ask about the baby until the baby's like 1.
No kidding.
I mean, seriously, like, unless the baby comes out and you can see it.
I would have bet.
Don't say a word.
I would have bet every dollar that I had in my life savings on an absolute, this is a guaranteed hit. That woman is pregnant. No,
I would think so too. And I feel confident when I see it, but I just know better.
Yes.
Years ago, it was weird. My wife and I were at the grocery store, and my wife did not look pregnant. And this old woman walks by and then backtracks and walks up to my wife and says, "You're pregnant." My wife's like, "I'm not pregnant." She goes, "You have a glow about you," right? So now my wife's upset, like, "Oh my God, I look fat, blah, blah, blah." She went home, did the pee test. She was pregnant.
There it is.
Damn. Okay. It was just weird.
Like a weird
like
little...
this old lady walked by and she's like, "I can tell you right now you are pregnant." I'm like, "Damn, weirdo."
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Guys can't do that, though.
No.
I can't walk by another dude and go, "You look horny."
Well, you're not wrong. I mean, at any given moment, you say that.
You have a glow about you. An air of desperation.
Got laid last night, didn't you?
Well, that you can kind of tell.
That you
sometimes.
can tell. I had some guy named Dwayne. He was my manager at Chi-Chi's, and he was in a bad mood all the time, every day. That's just how he was built. I get to one morning, and just when I walk in, "Hey, Steve, how you doing?" I'm like, "You got laid this morning." He's like, "I did." I'm like, "I know. Just because you were nice when I walked in. That's all." Everyone knew, and he had no problem sharing it. "I had sex this morning." He was that guy.
I did it.
Hello, Don. Welcome to the men's room.
How you doing, guys?
Hola.
Okay, so many years ago, about 1980, we're up in Canada, and we don't know if we can, if we have to wait for the light to make a right turn. So we want somebody. So my dad rolls up on somebody. He's a black gentleman. My mom yells out the window, "Do you have free rights up here?"
You have free rights up
Oh,
here?
no.
Jesus
Oh, no.
Free right turn. My dad just sank down in his seat and just drove away.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet, man. Jesus Christ.
Free rights.
Jesus. God damn.
Yeah, it was bad. I was only about 12, so I don't really remember it too well, but the stories are very memorable.
God damn. Man.
Awkward.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, what did you say? Sorry, what? I think that'd be my response. I think I know what you say. Can you say it again?
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Okay. All right. Hello, Roger. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, guys. So this was about 19, 20 years old, so like 89 or 90, at the Car Toys on Lower Queen Anne.
Yep.
It's summertime. I'm working construction. I'm a tall, skinny white guy, but I tan up really good. And I'm in there listening to some speakers, and all of a sudden I get this tug at my sleeve, and I look down, and it's this little, 4 or 5 year old girl, and she looks up at me and as little kids do, they shout their questions right as the music cut off in the speaker room. So at the top of her lungs, she yells, "Are you light-skinned?" Out of the corner of my eye, her dad just looks mortified. You can see him, like, trying to cut this off before she asks. And like the earlier story you guys told, I just looked down at her and I said, "Yeah, sweetie, I'm light-skinned."
Yes.
And her dad came over and just apologized. I'm like, dude, that's the funniest thing that's happened to me all day. That was great.
I don't think I never hear a white guy say, "I was confused for a black man."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Light-skinned or not. Yeah.
Yeah. Hispanic maybe, but it was just so innocent and cute that this little girl came over and asked me that.
Look, man, kids, generally speaking, they mean no harm.
Exactly.
Right, that's the thing.
And they just cut to the quick. There's no. That's one thing. They are not pretentious. If they want to know an answer, that is the exact question that they're going to ask, man.
Right, and even like the thing with the dwarf, right? Like, it's not like your son was trying to be.
He wasn't. It's
right.
just,
And I get it from his side too. He probably gets it a lot, but it's just like, I don't know. He's just never seen one.
That's what I felt bad about. Just like, man, I know this happens to you all the time, and only with kids. But every time you go by a kid, there's no way they don't stare at you. You know, and you almost want to be like, if you want to cut down on the instances that this happens, get rid of the facial hair. That's the real that's the real thing that caught my kid's attention. That established that you must be an adult. You have a full mustache and beard, and he could not wrap his head around what he was seeing. Mm-hmm. And it's just such a weird, like, dude, it's just, and it's like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Again, he just pictures them having long white beards and doing magic. I'm like, no, those guys are fake. He was real. And he just wanted apples, the best I could tell. Mm-hmm. Staring them down, making them uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can't remember the word I used. It was like boogers or something. But my great-grandmother had all these skin tags on her neck.
God, yeah. Mine too,
I pointed at her and said something like, "Grandma, why do you have boogers all over your neck?" Or something. Yeah. Something just, it wasn't boogers. I should actually text my mom. She remembers that. I was like, that's not good. I didn't want to hug her. Like, it was just one of those things.
Because it's gross looking, man.
Exactly. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Sometimes historic events suck. But what shouldn't suck is learning about history. I do that through storytelling. History That Doesn't Suck is a chart-topping history-telling podcast chronicling the epic story of America decade by decade from the 18th century to the 20th. Original music and immersive sound design accompany us on our storytelling journey. Listen to and follow History That Doesn't Suck, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Who sucks last? It's coming up at 4:30 right after emails on our question. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Brenda. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
First time caller, but long time listener, and I'm a little ill right now, so I apologize about my voice.
No worries, Brenda.
Right,
I can barely talk. Steve can barely talk.
Yep.
So I grew up in a really small town in Central Washington, and I had my daughter pretty young, and so I got off work early, and I didn't have any dinner, so I picked my kid up from daycare, and we were shopping in Safeway, and of course everybody and their mom, is in Safeway at the same time because they're getting their dinner stuff. And we're standing in line, and, of course, they always put the candy right by the checkout lane. And my kid was hungry, and she's like 3 or 4 at the time, and she leans over to try to grab a candy bar, and I'm like, you can't have that. I said it a couple of times, and finally I grabbed her hand and put it back on the cart, and she screams out, crying, "You're beating me! You're beating me!"
Oh, God.
So embarrassed. I just picked her up out of the cart and stormed out like I carried her like a sack of potatoes because I was so embarrassed because I'm sure half the people knew me from when I was a kid in high school. And I just wanted out of there.
Yeah. Did you get the stink eye from people that believed her?
I don't even remember. I just remember the cashier saying, "Are you going to come back in?"
Or you just left all your groceries and just rolled? Okay.
Yes. I was like, we're done. I'm out.
Is that the only time your kid said that?
Yeah, it was the only time I've ever even heard her say those words. I was
You're
like,
beating me. And you probably never even laid a hand on her.
No, me maybe pulled her hair brushing it when she was a little kid because it was naughty, but that was about it.
Yep. That sounds about right. That sounds about
embarrassed.
Right. That's very humiliating.
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Alan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
So I've got two quick stories. First one, both involve my father, but the first one, I was dating this girl who I eventually married, but my father, I had her over for dinner, game night or something like that, and my father asked her if she was going to have a weight problem like her sisters and mother.
Oh, God.
Wow. So I guess he knew them?
Yeah, he had met the family before. So the second story is actually even more cringeworthy. Both him and my mother ordained ministers, and he was actually he did the officiating at my wedding with her. So my brother was married to a girl named Jessica, and both of me and my brother have ex-wives named Jessica. This girl, her name was not Jessica. At the end of the wedding, my dad introduced me as Mr. and Mrs., and he said, Jessica, my ex-wife's name.
Oh.
In front of the whole congregation.
Oh. What is your wife's response to this?
I couldn't make eye contact with her right away.
Are you still married to this wife?
No.
Did she end up being as big as her sister and her mother?
No, she didn't. I mean, she a little problem, but nothing like that.
All right. Okay.
Did that bring you great relief?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal, man.
Sounds like something I do. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
At least in your case, you screwed it up on your ex-wife's name with the woman you were dating at the time.
Yes.
Like,
not
he's
at
the
your
officiant
wedding.
at the wedding.
I know.
Right. Just get the name right, man.
Either way.
Like, that is...
It's not good. And it was me, not someone else doing it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's like the main line to me. Now introducing...
Yeah, because, I mean, the thing, at least, Miles, with you can just apologize to the woman you're with. He has to apologize on behalf of someone else, which to me is always worse.
In some things,
like her family wasn't pissed. She was just pissed at you for a few days.
In certain things, certain things are just habitual. Like when you're with somebody for 13 years,
yeah,
and you've been living together, it's just like it just comes out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are times where I can't remember my kid's name, or I'll say the wrong name first.
Of course,
you know, just and
the dog, the cat.
Obviously, I know
kid.
their names, but for whatever reason, the first thing that comes out of my mouth sometimes is wrong.
Tell the man, just call your significant other babe.
I know.
Just stick with that.
Yep.
Dude, but it happens, right? Like parents screw up names all the time,
All
which I
the time.
get. But like my brother will do it with me, right? It's just my nephew's old enough now. So like if I'm back there and we're just hanging out doing something, he'll just be like, Siege, go get that. And I'm like, I'm your goddamn brother. and don't boss me around.
You get it. Not your son. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
A grown man.
That's right, damn it.
Hello, Carrie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi there, guys.
Hola.
Hola. So when I had boys, and I would torture them relentlessly because they would do anything for money. So I had, when my son, well, just there was many examples, but when my younger son was 10, we were in the mall, and I dared him to go into a Victoria's Secret and say to the lady, I'd like to buy a thong for my mom.
Did he?
Totally. Oh, he would do anything. It was, I get them to eat like a big glob of like wasabi or tie people's shoelaces together. Like, oh, it's amazing they turned out normal.
I say, how old are they now?
26 and 27.
Well, you sound like a fun mom, though.
Pretty fun mom.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Boys.
Right. What is the response from the Victoria's Secret salesperson when a little kid asked to buy a thong for his mom?
She was shocked, but she laughed.
Okay.
I was standing outside the store, so she didn't know I put him up to it. He did it totally straight-faced.
That's one store I feel really uncomfortable in.
Really?
Because I feel like if I look at stuff, you know what I mean, like they're going to think I'm perverted, which I already am, but still, like
You are.
I know it
doesn't matter.
I just don't want to blow my cover.
But I'm there because someone asked. Like, obviously, it's a gift. Last time I went, I want to say it's still Pacific Place Mall. My wife wanted something for whatever day it was, right? And Victoria's Secret, a little pricey. But I remember I roll in there, and one of the nice things is they do not hire ugly people. That's one thing about Victoria's Secret. But they immediately, if you're a dude, they immediately descend on you because they know you need help. It's not like, can I help you? They're like, what are you looking for, right? So I explained, I think it was like some new bra had come out or something. It was like right after Oprah told all the women that whatever bra you're wearing is the wrong size. It's wrong. That was like a big thing, right? So my wife jumps in on this. But anyway, Victoria's Secret, whatever these bras are supposed to be, I'm like, yeah, man, I'll do that. No problem. So I roll in, and every woman that works there is a complete smoke show. But, they all come over, and what are you looking for? And I explain, I'm like, whatever bra you put out in response to this Oprah nonsense is what she's looking for. And they knew immediately what I was talking about. So one of the women goes off and comes back with like 7, because they have different colors, and some are lacy, some blah, 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 blah. But they're like, well, what's her bra size? And I'm like, honestly, guys, I off the top of my head, I don't know. So now I'm looking at all these different saleswomen, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be weird, but I'm like, her boobs are about the same size as yours, right? And so the woman's like, oh, I'm a 36, whatever the hell it was, and sold me the bras, and it worked out. So when I told my wife this, she said, oh, you got the right size. I said, well, there's a lady that's built like you. And when they asked, I said, basically, man, like, her boobs are like your boobs, I mean, I don't know what they look like, but, as far as size goes, my wife's like, that's what you said. I'm like, I don't know any other way to go about this, but she happened to have boobs that seemed very similar to yours, and hey, it worked out.
Yeah. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Magnum. Welcome to the men's room.
Yes, hello. Hola. Hola. Hey, so it was back in the 90s, and my niece had apparently saw my brother and sister-in-law through the cracked bedroom door, and I don't know when she saw that, but at Christmas time, we were all sitting around the Christmas tree, and my niece is tugging at my shirt. She was like 5 or 6. And I said, yeah, what's up, sweetie? And she goes, in front of everybody, my parents, goes, why was Daddy licking Mommy's bottom? She was not licking it, but you know what I mean.
We got it.
And then there was another one she said during COVID that I thought was kind of funny. I just thought of was Trump or whoever the president was put the flags at half-mast when we had 500,000 people that died because of COVID. And I said, what did he do? She goes, oh, they put the flag at half-mast to celebrate 500,000 people dying from COVID.
God.
And I just started dying laughing. What do you mean celebrate? You mean memorialize?
Really? No, baby.
Anyway, that's it.
Yeah. Kids don't know.
No, they don't.
I don't know. This one comes from YouTube. It says, when I was young, I asked my cousin if she knew she had a mustache at my dad's wedding. I was 7. It made her cry. Yep.
Jesus.
That means yes, she did.
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
I will say there is an inordinate number of women in my extended family. You got mustaches. Not full on thick, but, every time I see them and all the cousins and the aunts and the uncles and everyone shows up and we're eating barbecue, and you're just sitting there like, you've had this mustache as long as I've been alive. I am 57 years old, and not one time in 57 years did you look in the mirror and think I should shave off my lady stash. Nope. Proud of it. Got one aunt's got a bit of a neck beard. I'm not even joking. She's always had it. I just can't believe. When I was a little kid, it bugged me, but somehow you just knew not to bring it up. Then you get to your teen years, and it's like, you still got the neck beard. Get to my 20s, my brother, who rarely says ill of anyone's like, she still got a neck beard. I'm like, I know, man. Like, this neck beard for years. Hello, Richard. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, fellas.
Hola.
So, you know how when you have kids and they start getting cranky and fussy or whatnot, start throwing a tantrum. So we're at Walmart, and my 2-year-old starts acting up, and so we leave, and he's fighting me, trying to put him in the car seat and stuff like that, and I end up bumping his head on the top of the door there, right? So next day he goes to school, And he tells the teacher sees a little bump on his head, and the teacher asks what happened, and he tells the teacher that I slammed his head in the car door.
Oh, damn.
Dude.
So we get a knock on the door later that evening, and it's CPS and the sheriff. Wanting to do, I had to explain to him what happened and all that. Didn't get in trouble, but yeah, CPS, the sheriff showed up at my door because I bumped my kid's head, and he told him I slammed his head in the car door.
How long does it take them to tell you why they're there? Or do they just open with it?
They told us right away why they were there and stuff, his teacher called, and so.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm a teacher, I'm calling too.
They got to do it.
Yeah, at least they showed up. Jesus. Damn. Yeah, kids, just the way they describe things sometimes. Like, okay, you have definitely embellished this story. You bumped your head. That is what happened.
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So a couple years ago, I went on a vacation with my sons and my brother, and we went on this trip going down to Gainesville, Florida, watching Gator Nationals for NHRA drag racing. And on the way there, on the way back, we took a back road, and we stopped at a Hooters restaurant.
Nice.
And as the waitress is going around, she's taking everybody's order. She's looking at my son, and she asks him what he would want to drink. Without missing a beat, this little heathen looks right at her chest and asked her if she got milk. And she turned around. And she looked right at me, and she goes, "You put him up to this, didn't you?" I was like, "No, I didn't. This is all him."
How old was he?
Did he just want milk?
Yeah, he just wanted just regular milk.
Yeah.
And he was about 3 years old at the time.
Yeah.
So he actually did want milk.
Did want
That's
milk.
what I'm saying. He probably just wanted a milk, and she just happened to be
She reminded him.
Hooters.
She reminded him what he wanted.
Oh, that's right, milk.
Give me some milk.
I'm going to try it. Got milk? I need some milk now. Yeah.
What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
How about that kid's defense?
What's that?
Again, if he's that age, he probably just legit wanted milk. It just happened to be a Hooters.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, you're right.
Dude, it was a I can't remember if like Tennessee was in town for something, like a baseball game or whatever. But Jerry and some other old guy that he knew from Tennessee, we went down to the Fox Sports Grill, and that was downtown.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And whatever this guy got, he was probably in his 60s, maybe 70 years old. He's down there, and he ordered his food, and he said, "I'd like a milk to drink." And the bartender's like, "We don't have milk." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "We don't have milk." He's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean you don't have milk?" He's like, "Sir, we just don't have milk."
It's a sports bar, man.
Yeah, he's like, "We don't have milk." He's like, "How can you be a restaurant and not have milk?" The guy was just absolutely dumbfounded.
This became an issue.
It was. And I think they actually tried to go someplace like across the street to the Mortons to see if they had milk, and I don't think they did. He's like, "Sir, I went across the street to Mortons or something."
Right.
They didn't, because it was a Mortons over there.
Yeah, nobody's got milk,
Yeah,
man.
like, no one's got milk on the whole block. He's like, "No one drinks milk here?" He was just absolutely stunned.
I mean, there's not a lot of drinks that involve milk.
No.
They'll use cream.
Well, but he's from Tennessee, so apparently, like
you go anywhere in Tennessee,
you got to get a milk, man.
When's the last time you think you tried to order a glass of milk out in public?
When's the last time you've seen
not at breakfast?
Anybody.
Right, let's take breakfast out of it, because people drink chocolate milk and stuff for breakfast.
I mean, other than for my children, and again, this was when they were younger than they are now, I don't know.
I have not. Look, I go to breakfast every weekend. I mean, twice. I've never seen anybody drink milk.
What do you drink for breakfast?
What do I drink for breakfast?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the morning.
Little J-Mo.
I mean.
I'm just saying, if I was going to order a milk, it would have to be a breakfast place. And I was like, you know what? I'll get a chocolate milk for breakfast.
Okay, look,
chocolate milk, I get
that's
it.
fine.
Yeah, milk.
It's
but
different.
Like, sir, you're
just
an adult.
regular milk.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Because I want to say even a White Russian is like cream, not
Yes.
No, it's
milk.
half and half.
And a lot of people drink milk with their dinner, but not at
So
restaurants.
the thing is, if you take half and half and you fill it halfway up and then you fill the rest up with water, which is what milk is, it still does not taste like milk.
No. If you want milk, you want the thing that tastes like milk, which is milk. Yeah, but who wants milk at a sports bar, man? Like what?
You should. I mean, he was disgusted. I thought he was going to leave.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's going to take his meal back, go somewhere else.
We mean don't have milk. I mean, like it's a sports bar, bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like the place we go, I'm willing to bet money they do not have milk.
Why don't you ask tonight?
Yeah, we need to ask. If I ask for a glass of milk, do you have?
Maybe in the morning if they like. I've never even seen somebody drink a coffee in there.
Look, if you are a family friendly restaurant, but I still don't think Red Robin's got milk.
I bet Red Robin's got milk.
I bet they don't.
I bet you it's not on the menu, but I bet you if you ask, they'll have it.
Nah.
Yeah, because people bring too many kids in, and they definitely know how to deal with kids. So it might not be on the menu, but I get the feeling if you said, hey, man, look, my sippy cup's empty. Do you have milk? I almost guarantee you Red Robin's like, we got milk.
Right, because they almost cater to, I mean, they do cater to families.
Absolutely.
I've been known to hang out in their bar. But,
the bar's decent.
Right. But I'm like, that's definitely a family place.
Oh, yeah.
But you were talking about like,
they have milkshakes. So, I mean, technically.
If you ask for milk, Red Robin will have milk. I don't guarantee this, but I am very, very confident. A place like that, they'll have milk.
Okay. So my theory is if it has serves kids.
If it serves kids, you're going to when you serve kids that young, yeah, you got milk.
Yeah, because I've had friends come over to my place before.
Yes. Red Robin serves both regular and chocolate milk. It's part of their kids' menu.
Yeah.
They offer bottomless milk.
Do they?
Yes, it says
bottomless
it right there.
milk.
Your little one can be unlimited. Refills on milk or chocolate milk.
Ooh, bottomless milk.
I would go in there and order bottomless chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk, sure, man, but bottomless milk. That's a sales pitch.
Bottomless milk.
Dude, I had
what
a buddy.
Party, man.
I've said this before, my buddy is a caterer for a big country star.
Yeah.
And we were backstage. My one buddy, I look over. So catering back there, this guy's a massive star, right? They have everything. But they, like the old cafeteria milk things. Yeah. I look over and I go, are you drinking chocolate milk? He's like, I love it. And I'm like, all the stuff we can get back here. You're fired up about chocolate milk. He's like, I love chocolate.
Who doesn't? You must.
I mean, I do.
That's the first thing I do when I wake up in the hotel is go down their little cafeteria area and grab a little tiny carton of chocolate milk and chug it. A squirt of OJ. I'm living life. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by parents or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Thomas. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
On the Powers That Be podcast, we examine the players and currents behind today's most consequential decisions. Join us. Listen to the Powers That Be wherever you get your podcasts.
So, way back when, 87, first year in the Army, I'm stationed overseas, and my sergeant in my team has a party. It's a fancy deal. All the senior NCOs invited and their wives. I'm there, and it's getting late. Sergeant who invited everybody, it's over his house, and he's got two boys. One's 3, one's about 5. Towhead guys, little boys. And it's getting late, and they're getting cranky, these little boys. And the party's just humming, and it's only like 10 o'clock, but they're getting cranky. So the one goes whining to his daddy, Sergeant Gooden, and says, hey, when's everybody going home? When's the party going to end? And the first sergeant, senior most NCO, and the whole battery is standing right there. And he says, it ain't over till a fat lady sings. And the little boy points to the first sergeant's wife and says, is that the fat lady?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, boy.
Her?
Yeah, what is she singing?
Man, when do you can start singing?
Can I pick a song? I just want to go home, Dad. Yeah. What was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Lucas. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
All right, so daughter's in second grade, and it's one of those things on a Monday. Teacher asks, how's it going? What everybody do for the weekend? And my daughter proceeds to tell a story to the teacher that, my dad got drunk and cut the seatbelts out of his car.
Oh, damn. Now, did you?
No, absolutely not.
So why did she make that up?
I have no idea. She doesn't remember it because she's so young, but we like to tell the story every once in a while with their get-together. She's much older now.
How did you find out she said that? Did the teacher approach you?
The next day, I go to drop her off, and the teacher, CPS, and school security approach me.
Oh.
Yes, and at the time, I was driving a pretty expensive Audi, and they walked up, and they were like, if he cut the seatbelts out of his car, then for one, he's an idiot. But yeah, that's how I got approached. The CPS lady, obviously, she looked in the car. Seatbelts are still intact. And she said, I'll follow up with you tomorrow, but I wouldn't worry about this too much. And didn't see much or hear much after that. So
it must. I mean, was there anything? I'm trying to think why a kid would think you cut the seatbelts out of your car. Right.
I have no idea. It was the craziest thing. It was just a regular weekend. We might have barbecued that weekend. And, of course, Dad had a couple of beers, but nothing to where I'm going crazy cutting seatbelts out of cars.
Right, that's super drunk.
I mean, that's just a wild thing to do in general.
Yeah, I mean, I've been drunk. I don't know that I've ever thought, let's cut the seatbelts out.
Kids are not, right?
Jesus Christ.
Who Sucks Less is coming up, and we got your emails on the way next from the men's room at KISW.com.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, Who Sucks Less coming up in just a couple minutes, but first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com. A couple of comments and emails from our question, what was the awkward or embarrassing moment created by a parent or a child? Guys, when my son was about 3, we were in line to check out at the Hobby Lobby, and he asked the man in line in front of us why he was so fat.
Jeez.
Luckily, the man replied, because I ate too much bubble gum.
Okay.
All right. Was at a grocery store with my 5-year-old. We're by the juice aisle when she loudly says, Daddy, can we have juice without alcohol in it, please?
Oh.
Within earshot, about 8 people immediately all started staring at me like I was the worst person on this planet. Gotta love the kids, though.
I'm assuming they must drink
jungle juice or
screwdrivers or something.
Sure.
She's just seen them put booze in their juice.
Well, or been told, like, no, you can't have a drink of mommy's orange juice.
Right, because there's alcohol in it.
Or whatever. Guys, when I was maybe...
Miles, I don't think most parents are sitting around drinking jungle juice on the weekend.
Well, I mean, if they're throwing a party.
It seems like a
Christmas party, you got a punch bowl, it's juice.
Right. Daddy, what's that? It's jungle juice for Daddy.
Jungle juice for Daddy.
Daddy's jungle
Saturday.
Every weekend, I watch my dad drink out of a garbage can.
Yeah, don't drink out of the toilet, baby. Got stuff in there. When I was maybe 3 years old, my dad took me to visit his side of the family. At their home, I was looking at the pigs in the pen from inside the house. My sizable aunt says, are you looking at the piggies? I am told that I looked up at her and up and down, then looked out at the pigs and back at her and said, that ain't a pig. That's a hog like you.
Oh, wow.
Jeez, a whiz. When I was 13 years old, I started developing earlier than most of my friends. And for a 13-year-old, I was well endowed in the chest area. So my mom took me to buy my first real bra, and she made me come out of the changing room while she grabbed the straps and jiggled my boobs around in front of a bunch of people to make sure it had support.
Oh, God.
I promised my daughter that I would never do that to her, but thankfully, she'll never be as chesty as I am. That from Chesty Nicole. What else?
Right, Chesty Nicole.
Well, she says Nicole, but I'm calling her Chesties. Chesticles. When I was about 10 or 11, I asked a woman.
Wasn't
at
that
the
one
store,
of the dwarfs? Chesty.
10 or 11 asked a woman at the store about being pregnant. She was not. My mom mortified. Here's another. When I was about 5-ish in the late 70s, my family was at the San Diego Zoo at the elephant exhibit. They had just introduced a new female elephant into the enclosure. A bull elephant started chasing the new female around the enclosure.
Yeah.
With this action, it drew the attention of a large crowd, and I was put on my dad's shoulders to see everything. So when the bull came to a stop after chasing, a silence came to the crowd. And apparently you could hear my little voice say, Daddy, look, that one's got 5 legs. I was about 11 or 12, went to the Olive Garden with my mom and sister. We ordered a plate of calamari as an appetizer. I picked up a tentacle with my fork, held it up and said loud and proud, testicle anyone? As they laughed and me and my sister said, you mean tentacle. I turned beet red and shrunk down into my chair, hoping none of the other people heard. Rock on, bitches. That from Jamie from the Berg. Another. Back when I was teaching, I once had a sibling of a student and her mother come into my office after school. She had on her head what I thought was ash, which was interesting because Ash Wednesday was the day before. So as I was asking her why she still had ash on her forehead, I was reaching forward to see if I could knock it off as a joke and play with it. Turned out this was a birthmark on her forehead.
Oh!
And I've never been more embarrassed in my life.
Can I knock that off?
Jeez, Louise. Okay, time for a couple birthday emails brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
2 birthdays today. All the boys, I was hoping you'd join me today in celebrating a 57th birthday for my dad, Dean. He's been listening to you guys for nearly as long as I've been alive, 23 years. And one of our favorite things to do is piss off my mom by constantly singing the green bean song, especially around the holiday season. So, of course, can I get a round of green beans for my amazing dad? And love you, Dad. That from his favorite child, Olivia.
Green bean. What? Green bean. Okay. Green bean. Yeah.
Okay. And one more birthday on a personal note. Today, my stepfather, Dan, turns 77 years old.
All right.
Yeah, so I know
Happy
what he's going to do,
birthday,
Dan.
Dan.
Going to have a big old steak. So in honor of my stepfather's birthday.
And his full head of hair.
He does have a full head of
It
hair.
is so annoying. I remember the first time I met him, I'm like, how in the F does this work?
Yeah.
But what I said is nice to meet you.
Exactly.
It's not what I was thinking.
So I got some dad jokes for Dan, okay?
It was weird when you made fun of his Italian heritage.
I don't know.
That was weird.
To his face.
Yeah. 3 things I love in life. Eating my family and skipping commas. Dad, why doesn't Cristiano Ronaldo like to eat ribs?
Why doesn't Cristiano Ronaldo like to eat ribs? Why?
Too messy.
Okay.
Oh, hey, all right.
What did Mr. I knew it.
He's lobbing him.
The first French word I learned, guys, was oui.
Oh, yeah.
From a magazine.
Me too. That's actually the first one for me.
Oui.
How do you turn a head of lettuce into a Caesar salad? How do you turn a head of lettuce into a Caesar salad?
I don't know.
You stab it 23 times. And finally, this might be my joke of the week, but I'm going to let it go now. You guys ready for this one? I told my barber I wanted my haircut just like Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. So he gave me 2 cushions to...
Made me shave my beard.
I like that. Oh, damn. All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob. No, one more extra email here. This is on the subject of when your stomach did you dirty. Guys, more than 15 years ago, I had an incident that still gets laughs every deer camp story time. I was a Black Hawk crew chief, and we decided to fly up to Charleston from Savannah for some day-night currency hours. Grabbed a bite to eat at a nice Mexican place. Figured it's Charleston, so the seafood was safe. Wrong. We head back from the restaurant to our helicopter, and I stop by the bathroom to drop a log. Go out and do through my flight inspection, start the helicopter, get our initial hold short instructions from ground control. As we're sitting on the hold short line waiting to take off, clearance, the first inkling. I have an issue hits. Stomach cramps. Bad. It's a short leg back to base from Charleston. So if we land and hit the bathroom quickly, I should be fine. We get handed over from Charleston ATC to Savannah ATC, and our second issue hits. A heavy is inbound to our airfield with an in-flight emergency. Crap. My stomach cramping so hard, I'm holding my stomach. I am sweating everywhere. Can't focus on anything except for not crapping myself. They tell us to enter a holding pattern and wait for further instructions. 10 minutes goes by, no radio noise at all. So I asked the pilots to just ask for clearance to land direct if we avoid the active runway because I had to go. ATC denies us immediately. Another 10 minutes goes by. We finally get cleared to come in. I tell the pilots to please pull me up to the hangar so I can go. I was in rough shape. Now, from the spot they stopped to drop me off to the hangar door is about 60 feet. Then another 20 feet to the toilet. I begin to go on the most ass-clenching waddle I can muster as I drag my feet across 60 feet of gravel, each step heavier than the last. each step increasingly feeling the cramping in my gut. Hitting the threshold of the hangar, I had to step up, 2 to 3 inches at most. Well, I took that first step up, and a little blurb happened. Nothing major. Who hasn't had a little kiss in their britches? I pull my other foot up, and a larger blurb happens. I figure I can recover. It is not lost yet. I take one more fateful step, and my bodies and muscles fail all together at the same time. I begin to fully crap myself standing upright. My shoulders hunch defeated, and I start throwing my flight gear off and continue my waddle to the toilets. I'd stripped down to just my underwear to determine the damage, and somehow my compression shorts were holding everything back.
Damn.
A blessing, truly.
They should advertise that.
I hop up on the toilet to attempt to drop all this stuff in the toilet, and as I lower my shorts, the plops and pops of hot mud hitting the toilet bowl, the toilet seat, the floor, everywhere else, it's all I hear. The consistency of this thing was literal mud. If you've ever taken a handful of mud and slapped it against the wall, that was the noise. It's everywhere. Everywhere. The toilet stall, everything. I decided I'll hop up in the sink and bird bath my butt to clean myself up a bit better than a sandpaper in the toilet paper dispenser. Now, the sinks in our hangar were just mounted to the walls with some type of sealant. No hardware. And those of you smart already see what's coming. As I'm bird bathing, the sink rips off the wall, and I'm just left laying face up in the bathroom. Sink still on, pouring water all over the floor. Cleaned up the best I could, walked out to my bird. They'd already parked shut down. I got gas, meaning I was in there almost 30 minutes. One pilot looked at me and said, "Everything come out okay?" I just uttered 2 words, F you, and wrapped up that horrible night. Thanks, guys. That from Jeremy.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Hey, time for Who Sucks Less. Steve Thrill Hill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They always suck. It is up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yes, indeed. And as always, we have 3 stories. None of these really have anything in common other than the fact that someone involved really sucks. So let's start in Florida. Well, I think most of us agree there's 3 kinds of people in the world. People who need pet dogs, people who do not, and then this guy. So a 75-year-old man in Florida named Marshall Abner. He's at a pet store last Thursday when he approached a family inside and asked the kids if they wanted to pet his dog. Well, the kids ignored him. And that's the wrong thing to do because he ended up losing his mind. So the family tried to walk away, but Marshall, he started making inappropriate comments. In fact, I want to say he said, "If you don't want to pet my dog, do you want to pet me?" As you would imagine, after making that statement, the father then confronted him. And that's when Marshall started firing pepper spray at everybody, including the children. Keep in mind, the dad was not threatening him, just more like, "Hey, man, you're making my kids uncomfortable, inappropriate." That's when the pepper spray came out. Took out the kids, took out the other adults, people in the pet store. Naturally, the cops were called. Marshall was arrested. Now, he's facing charges of aggravated battery and child abuse. He's being held without bond. The police asked him why he flipped out, and basically, he had no explanation. Just, "Hey, kids, you want to pet my dog?" They just didn't say anything, a stranger danger kind of thing. He asked them again. That's when they started to walk away. Then he made his inappropriate comment. That's when the father kind of stepped in and said, "Whoa, buddy." And then the pepper spray came out, took everybody down. And his explanation is that he doesn't have one. Now we go to Southern California, where a supermarket is facing backlash after keeping its doors open for hours, with a dead shopper lying in the bakery aisle, even asking workers to block the body with shopping carts. So the incident unfolded at Vons in Southern California, where a customer died inside of the store. Now, rather than closing, management continued serving shoppers as the body remained in the store for hours. Employee Pazion Horner-Smith, who was working as a supervisor when the customer suffered a medical emergency, got choked up when recalling the incident, says, quote, "How can anybody do that? I mean, the lack of empathy is just horrible. It's horrific." She and another employee had tried to give the person CPR, but it was too late. And she said then they got a call from her managers at corporate who saw the body on surveillance video and was told they needed to block the body with shopping carts. So the scene dragged on for 4 hours as the victim's family was forced to wait inside of the store for the mortuary workers to arrive. Spokesman for Vaughn's parent company, that would be Albertsons, in case you're wondering, They said it was saddened by the tragic situation and that their thoughts were with the individual's family and loved ones. And the company said, out of respect for the deceased and their family, no further details would be shared. So again, this person drops dead in the store. Try to give her CPR. Doesn't work. Corporate, who's not physically present, sees this through surveillance and says, yeah, you need to put shopping carts around the body, but keep the store open for 4 hours. Wow. Yeah, that was a little rough. I mean, I appreciate you keeping your doors open, but like, bro, there's a corpse in the bakery. Maybe shut down.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then finally, we have 58-year-old Eric Tennant. He's a dad, stage 4 of a rare form of cancer. He'd been the candidate for a relatively new treatment that could potentially shrink a tumor in his liver with ultrasound waves instead of surgery. His oncologist recommended the treatment, called a procedure I can't pronounce, but his health insurance company deemed the potentially life-saving treatment, quote, not medically necessary. So 4 appeals to Tennant's insurer, the Public Employees Insurance Agency of West Virginia, which partners with United Healthcare, they were all denied, and the treatment would have cost the Tennant family about $50,000 out of pocket. They say, quote, the insurance company's decision did not simply delay care, it closed the door. That's according to his now widow. So after a local hospital after NBC contacted the insurer about the denial, the decision was reversed, but it was too late. Tennant's condition had deteriorated to the point where he's no longer a candidate for the treatment, and he ended up passing away. Wow. Oh, yeah. You just got to wonder about insurers normally. If the doctor is saying this is necessary, like who's the phone answerer? And I was like, nah, it's not medically necessary. I'm sorry. What do you know? The doctor is saying it.
Right. It's so effed up that we're in a place in our country where that the patients and the doctors agree.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? I've had doctors that are like, this is how you get around the system. It's just, it's stupid.
Last time I was at the doctor's office, she's like, you still have that health care? Mm-hmm. And I was like, yes. And I could just see the look on her face. I'm like, you don't tell me.
This is going to get pricey.
This is not going to be good for you.
This is actually kind of tough today.
I'm going to go supermarket, California.
What, dead body?
Yeah. Look, man, you can tell everybody walks in, look, I just want you to know, for whatever reason.
They are not going to tell you
whoever's supposed to come and pick this thing up, they're not here yet.
Sure.
The store is, just don't go in the bakery or close the bakery off. Or maybe I'll go back and get you the bread.
But close the doors.
Something. Well, I mean.
Because the family's in there with them. So it wasn't
like the whole family's in.
Yeah, the person wasn't there solo. So it's like you go in there with your family, you drop dead, and your kids, like, they have to wait there for 4 hours. Keep in mind,
I wonder why it was 4 hours.
Dude, I don't know. I would think if a grocery store calls to say there's a dead body, like they'd be there quick. But they just weren't.
I'm still going to say that one sucks the least. Because they got pepper sprayed kids. He also tried to pick one of the children up.
Yeah, that's why the dad confronted him.
Exactly.
Right. So, yeah, man, I think it's easy. The Florida guy probably, I don't know. That one really sucks, right? Because he's pepper spraying people and was weird around kids. That supermarket one's tough, though. The family's in there. I don't see how if you called 911, they wouldn't have just taken away the body.
Bro, I don't know. And that never came up in the article. I don't know, but I think I have to go with Miles on this one. Because the thing about the supermarket is this. Was it in bad taste? Yes. But they're not responsible. They're not responsible for anything that happened to the guy. I'm not defending
and they try to get
I'm just saying, out of the other two. I mean, insurance is insurance, and it's fully expected, but that doesn't make it okay. Just because we expect terrible treatment from insurance does not make what they do A-okay.
It doesn't.
It's not shocking, but it is not okay. Put it this way, murder's not shocking. We hear about it every day on the news. It's still not okay.
It's not. I just almost picked the insurance just because that's how effed up the system is. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, I guess they're just doing what they're doing.
Yeah. Are you going insurance?
What's that?
Are you going insurance?
No, I guess I'll go supermarket. If the family wasn't there, it's just tough. Like, I feel like I would drag the body. Like, can I at least put it in the fridge?
You would drag.
Damn. Well, I don't know.
What's in the beer fridge?
Yeah, you can't.
I would also be kind of pissed if I'm like babysitting somebody's kid and we walk in there and I'm got to be like, "There's a dead body, kid." Right? And it's like it's a bakery department. It's like, I don't know. I'm going. They all suck today.
Yep. Debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. All right, coming up at 5:08, we'll drink a toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, so coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Tourists are headed to California to see the blooming of the rare corpse flowers on display.
Corpse flowers.
Corpse flowers.
Yeah, the one that smells like a corpse.
Oh, it smells like rotting meat. Yes.
And every year, telling people go. It's interesting to hear about.
Would you ever go?
No.
No.
I mean, there's no point.
If I was into
me,
botany,
if you were in the area and it was going on across the street, because you're my science guy, Steve.
Yeah, but I mean, people have already told me what to expect, which, like, legitimately, you go there specifically to say yes. It smells like a rotting body. It just doesn't appeal to me. I get it scientifically, that's interesting, but I don't need to smell it.
I wouldn't wait in line for it, but I'd be the guy like, oh yeah, it does smell like a rotting body.
Yeah, to me, that's the equivalent. Hey, does this milk smell bad? You know, I mean, honestly, like, if you think it does, I don't want to smell it.
I'd like to see like the redwood forest, but
that would be cool.
Flowers don't hold like not planning a trip around a damn flower.
Now, I will say this. Like my wife, she has stopped asking me because it's the most ridiculous question you could ask me. Do you want to go to the Tulip Festival? If it were the Corpse Flower Festival, like, you know what? Let's go. Right? Just feels a stinky. You wouldn't go to that?
We should do that.
I think, because at least it's interesting. With the tulip, I see pictures, and I'm like, that is very pretty. It's freaking tulips. You know what I've grown in my yard? Tulips.
Corpse flower.
Cares? Yeah, the Corpse Flower Festival.
Good Lord. There's a WhatsApp group of more than 1,000 people all on a mission. What's that mission, Miles? To drink.
Oh, they're going to drink 1 million pints of beer.
1 million pints of beer.
That's right.
And it's only 3 people.
No, it's 1,000. It's 1,000.
Yeah. How many pints is that?
10 pints of, 100 pints of pop, right? 1,000? Wait, so it's 1,000 pints per person, yes.
Yeah.
Just keep adding zeros.
That's right. Just keep it going. 1,000 pints a person.
Wait, and how long do they have to do this?
I don't know how long. I'm not working on it, man. All is just like, it was great.
3 beers a day, you could do it in a year.
Yeah.
Oh, but I've done that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It's not even impressive.
It's not really healthy, but it's
I think
doable.
each person has to drink 10,000 beers.
1,000.
It's 1 million, right? There's only 1,000 of them.
Yeah. So it's 1,000.
No, I'm pretty sure 1,000 people need to drink 10,000 to get to 1 million.
I'll bring out the handy down.
I mean, I just did the math. I did 1 million divided by 100. Oh, I did 100.
100.
There we go.
Yeah,
so it's 1,000 beers per person.
I want that challenge.
Yeah, and of course, in a year, like, come on, man.
Yeah, 1,000.
Yeah, everyone I know could do that. 3 beers a day.
But at the same time,
easily.
It's the excuse.
It is.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, I'm part of a thing.
Right. Like the wife and I, we did a pub crawl that's down there in the Tacoma area. It's like, oh, this is a great idea. Let's go to this pub crawl. 5 different bars that you get to go to. We frequent 3 of those 5 bars.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay, here we go.
But hey, it's a pub crawl.
You're right.
It's an excuse. You know, yeah, we're all going to drink the 1,000 beers within a time frame.
Easily.
Who cares? Now we're on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in.
I am in.
Let's get this thing
Why
done.
don't we make that a thing for the men's room?
We should. How many?
That
hang
way we
on.
have an excuse.
Let's do 1 million divided by 4.
But you can only drink men's room IPA.
Okay, well, that's the difference.
20th
I
anniversary
tried that, Miles, and
That's 250,000 beers each, man. That's a little out of my purview at that
50,000
point.
beers divided by.
We found the limit.
365 days.
All right, how many beers a day do we have to drink?
684.
All right. I mean, you physically can't do that.
But we can give it a try.
We got this. You know what, Ted? That's a quitter's attitude.
Yeah,
Not doing this.
What happened to that show? They're all dead.
They're all dead.
Because they hit their goal.
They tried.
I mean, they made it maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, Lordy. Buzz Aldrin just sold his felt tip pen that was used to rig a broken circuit breaker on Apollo 11.
Did he, or is that what he said?
You know what? That's fair.
I'm just saying, if I'm Buzz Aldrin, like, look, I can make some easy money. Tell him I used it on Apollo 11.
Pen
I don't know.
saved my ass from being floating corpse in space.
Yeah, I have no idea.
850 G's.
Damn.
I wonder if it's a specialty pen just based on the fact of how ink works in a pen, based on gravity.
That's why it needed to be felt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the big story. I'm not sure if this is true. My brother insists that it is. So during a great space race, the U.S. is trying to come up with an ink pen that works in space. Because with an ink pen, you go to zero gravity, all the ink would just go to the middle. It's not going to, if you have a ballpoint pen. So it's just not going to go down and roll.
Why don't you take a pencil?
That's what the Russians did. They're like, comrade.
Hey, buddy.
Pencil. Solved all of our problems.
Really?
Yeah.
An easy fix.
I've already figured this one out, there,
Wow.
buddy.
That's when you were overthinking things.
Thinking. Yeah.
And as much as I like, artifacts, as it were, or
Sure.
big specialty items, I don't know if I'd be impressed if a buddy of mine pulled me over and went, that felt tip pen over there, that was Buzz Aldrin's pen in space.
See, I would be.
I'd be like, cool, and then I'd move on.
I would move on too, because you're right. In the end, it just looks like a pen.
It's an instant
It's
cool.
what its history was, right?
Sure.
And then I'm done. But I'd take that over the corpse flower. They said, look, there's corpse flower here, and Buzz
Would you
Aldrin's
fly to California to go and see Buzz Aldrin's felt tip pen that was in space?
No, but if I had to buy a ticket to California, and they said either, you can see the pen or the corpse flower, I'm taking the pen.
There's a better chance I'd go to a museum that had that pen
The
than
corpse flower.
go to a museum for a flower.
Okay.
And flowers are fine. Buy them for people.
Now, I hate the thinking power in here, so it's time to put your thinking caps on. It's time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day, gentlemen. Give you guys a 20% chance of success. Still open on this one. It's an adjective brought to you by the letter L, okay? This describes somebody.
Lovely.
And this is somebody liking to talk and talking
Loquacious.
smoothly.
If you like to talk and it starts with the letter L, it's loquacious.
Damn,
There's no
Steve.
doubt about it.
Right.
Thanks for
out
giving
of
us a
the
chance.
gate.
Oh, sorry.
Offsides.
Yeah, exactly.
Offsides.
False start or offside?
Loquacious.
Both.
I was on the offense.
I think you lost it down on that one.
Ted, was that a football player in your high school?
Loquacious?
Loquacious?
Probably.
No, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'd be scared.
He played at the U.
I ain't calling no grown man
Luscious. I know. It's pronounced Poussey. It wasn't when he was in college.
I'm sure that's
When
right.
he went to the draft, he's like, can we say Poussey? First name Luscious, and that is not a joke.
That's just mean.
Dude,
That's
is it
just mean, man.
You know his mom didn't care. Oh, he's Luscious. Like, are you thinking about your last name?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about his dad.
Maybe his dad came up with the name.
Exactly what she's thinking about.
Olive Garden's bringing back the $100 never-ending pasta pass.
When's it go on sale?
What is that? What is the? I saw that, but
It was like all you can eat, make your own
Pasta?
pasta dish thing.
Okay.
Something, or I don't remember all the details of it, but it's for like 13 weeks coming up here soon. Like it's coming up soon, Ted. If you want to grab it, it's time to grab it. But it's just a never-ending pasta pass. Like you can just keep on
But
getting.
see,
after
Olive
it.
Garden's smart versus like Red Lobster. You said to people, endless shrimp, they're going to eat some shrimp.
Hell yeah.
Pasta, it's like, eat as much as you can,
As much
buddy.
as you can.
What's
Want
with
some more
gone?
Alfredo sauce?
It's been gone for six years.
Mm-hmm.
They just brought it back.
Look out.
Oh, all right. I think it starts tomorrow.
There you go. A student in Florida graduated high school with an astounding 11.99 GPA.
I saw that. I want to punch him.
How is that possible?
Yeah, thank you.
All the AP extra credit, dual credit things that he was doing, like it was all extracurricular. He took every course that he could possibly take out of
So
the
something like if you needed 24 credits to graduate, he got 140 or something.
Yeah. Which I'm with you. Oh no.
Oh, he's slaying it, dude.
He is, man. He's deep in it.
But he's a starter.
His name is Loquacious.
I shouldn't make any jokes. I just never obviously took an AP class. I'm like, you get higher than a 5
All right,
or
nerd.
4.0? Like,
What's your rank in the chess club, buddy?
Yeah.
Ted, what day is it, my friend?
National Hot Dog Day.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
You're damn right. National Hot Dog Day. So you know where I went for this one because I needed some hot dog facts for the National
You
Hot
don't just
Dog
have
Day.
hot dog facts off the top
I
of your
don't.
head?
So I had to go to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council's website.
All right.
I feel like I know some of these already.
For some fun facts?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can factor some of these into
All
a
right.
question to test you here. Let's see here. Which country claims to be the originator of the hot dog?
Germany.
I'll say
Correct.
Belgium. Oh, no.
Sorry, I was testing Ted here. You know what? I'll open it up to everybody. But yes, Ted, you were correct. It was Germany because they called it
The
Frankfurter.
the Frankfurter. They actually celebrated the hot dog's 500th birthday in 1987.
And it's the same one rolling in 7-Eleven rolling.
Well, on the podcast, which, by the way, there's not a new episode out because there was a glitch. We taped one. It didn't come out. I know. So we've been asking all year, you're the dog. $1 million cash, or you get $1,000 for life every time you eat a hot dog. So every time you eat a hot dog for the rest of your life, you get $1,000.
I'm going to take the million, only because we just did the math. I'd have to eat 1,000 more.
I'm just saying, but
we can crush $1,000.
My point is,
I could.
I brought this up around a bonfire. There were some vegetarians. Finally, I went, all right, $1,000 for tube-shaped fake meat.
Right.
For tube-shaped meat. You get the point of the conversation.
Right. Come on. It's hypothetical.
Well, I mean, if you ate 5 hot dogs a week, you'd have $5,000. You could live off $5,000 a week.
Yeah.
Easily. I mean, very well. Very high off the hog.
I like how Miles is seeing this as employment.
Well, what I'm if
Yeah.
you do this,
What do you do? Eat
if
hot
you
dogs?
do this, you're done.
Yeah.
Just go eat a
Correct.
hot dog for lunch, man. I don't eat $1 million.
Miles just hobnobbing
maybe,
it
the rest of the week.
maybe I'll have 2 hot dogs a day. Maybe I'll make $2,000. I don't know.
Miles
Maybe I'll
just
take
hobnobbing at the
maybe I'll take a
cocktail
day
party.
off tomorrow.
What do you do, Miles? I eat hot dogs.
Yeah.
But you don't have to eat them every day
That's what I'm
either.
saying.
I could just eat 10 on Sundays.
Exactly. You could eat 10 hot dogs on Sunday. You could do that.
Work week's done.
What? Like,
But why would you be working if you can make $10,000 off just eating hot dogs?
see, again, then we start getting into the conversation. Like,
That's my job now.
Do pigs in a blanket count? Like, how big do they have to be?
It's got to be a hot dog.
That's
man.
what hot
Well,
dog.
yeah. We've had some discussion on this. So 3 mini corn dogs or 3 pigs in a blanket.
That'll equal one.
Foot long equals 2.
Okay. Like, you got the big dogs from like Costco, or you got the Nathan's, the little tiny guys, the ballpark Franks.
Yeah.
So are we saying the ballpark Frank is $1,000? And then the big ones, maybe $1,200, $1,500.
Like the Costco, the Kirkland ones?
Yeah.
We never worried about going up and over. It was just about eating little Smokies. How many little Smokies would you have
little
to eat
Smokies?
to
Oh, man.
equivalent one hot dog?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
crush
think
those.
3 is good.
Shout out to big dogs. Which president served hot dogs to the king and queen?
President served hot dogs to the king and queen.
Any guesses?
Kennedy.
Kennedy?
Our current president.
Donald Trump? Man.
I don't know.
FDR.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow that tracks.
Served to King George and Queen Elizabeth. The king ate too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were that
King
dang
James,
good.
too. I just made $2,000.
this hot dog.
Well, remember a few years ago, they had a prime minister who caught a bunch of hells. He ate a hot dog with a knife and fork.
Oh, I do remember that, man.
Yeah.
It just looks weird.
Which popular fast food restaurant chain started as a hot dog cart in Los Angeles?
Is that McDonald's?
Not McDonald's, no.
Man, I feel like I've heard this too.
Is it Sonic?
Taco Bell?
Not Taco Bell. I like where you're at.
In-N-Out.
No, not In-N-Out. This is a chain that has 2 different names depending on what part of the country.
Hardee's, Carl's Jr.?
Carl's Jr.
Okay.
Started as a hot dog cart in 1941 in Los Angeles.
Was that Carl?
It might have been Carl.
It was Hardy.
Get yourself a hot Carl.
Maybe I should change the name. It's just not selling the way I thought it would.
Let's see here. A prime spot outside of New York Central Park Zoo costs vendors how much a year?
Outside the zoo.
Outside the Central Park Zoo, which I guess is just that's the spot that you go to grab yourself
It's
a dog.
$60,000.
$60,000 a year.
10.
$10,000 a year.
I'll split the difference, say 40.
$300,000
For
a
a
year.
hot dog cart.
Yeah, for prime real estate there at New York Central Park Zoo.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think the animals lose their mind? Like, seriously, dude, you're going to make hot dogs next to where we are. Just smelling it all day.
I don't want to go to the zoo in the winter in New York either.
No.
Like, it's not even a 24-hour, 365.
365 thing.
I think. Yeah.
I think New York's just such a big global city. There's always people there, and they're going to that zoo.
Okay. Because I also feel like the hot dog is, even if it was created in Germany, I feel like the hot dog is kind of your quintessential, other than the hamburger, your quintessential American food.
Yeah, I don't think Germany's fighting us on it.
No.
I think it's like, we got plenty of sausage. You go ahead and take that one.
Right. NHDSC, that is the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council.
Like you have to tell us.
Their hot dog etiquette states that what should not be used on a hot dog for anybody over the age of 18?
Ketchup.
Correct. Ketchup.
They really say that?
They say that.
Because they're right.
There's nothing wrong with ketchup on a dog, Steve.
And I go to listen to my wife. We had hot dogs earlier this week, and I just watched her put the ketchup on there, and I'm like, that is so gross. Ugh.
It's meat.
My son,
Ketchup
too.
goes on meat.
Just not that meat.
Daggone it.
There's certain things I don't know that I put ketchup on, but I'm with you. And to me, it was just a Chicago thing. And I get it. Chicago has their own culture with dogs, right? Also, their dogs suck. I'm just going to say that. That Vienna beef with the vegetables and the crap.
VD's calling.
Yeah, get out of here. But I like to line one side with mustard and a little bit of ketchup.
I like onions and mustard.
I like
Yeah.
ketchup on one side, relish on the other, and then that line of mustard right in the middle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which cartoon character's first on-screen words were hot dog?
Mickey Mouse.
Correct. Mickey Mouse.
That's why he still says it.
Hot dog. Hot dog.
Oh, it's hot diggity dog now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, well, the last time I watched a Mickey Mouse Club, trust me, I saw it 8,000 times every 40 seconds when my kids were younger, and everything was hot diggity dog. And I did not realize that had some connection to 75 years ago.
Hooray.
That was his first words.
That was his first on-screen words, hot dog.
Wow, I'd have been like, where the bitches at? I mean, I'd have established it, man. Mickey's cool.
Where are the bitches at?
See, exactly.
Jeez. The world sure is Randy. 10 fun facts about hot dogs. The world's longest hot dog. How long was the world's longest hot dog?
Minute bowl size.
And this included the bun.
I believe so.
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. Wow.
I would say 27 feet.
27 feet. It's either really big or really small.
I'll say 30 yards.
668 feet.
Damn.
200-yard base.
And then what do? You eat it.
You cut it out. Cut it up
Well,
into sections and you serve it to everybody who's there.
Exactly. This is with anything with those,
You probably have a
No.
you have a condiment bar. You're like, now you can go. Give it
I refuse to cut the hot dog. Like, look, everyone that wants a bite, you can line up. You just got to take a bite after the person in front of you.
It's more like, how did you cook it?
On a big hot dog roller.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would be more concerned about that. Not that
Right.
they need to be cooked, but still.
They do, though, as part of the problem.
They don't.
You're
essentially heat. I don't want a cold hot dog. Make no mistake. But what I'm saying, they're already cooked.
You put it on like a huge spit, and just everybody starts to turn it.
I don't know.
Hot dogs were one of the first foods eaten where?
In space.
The moon.
Only because you said it like that.
They had a hot dog on the moon.
They had a hot dog on the
I wonder
moon.
how much that card costs. I'm getting ripped off.
I'll roll it by.
There's nobody coming in.
They're probably like cheaper than New York, man.
If Buzz Aldrin had one of those, I'd pay for that.
You buy his old hot dog?
Yeah.
It's from 1969.
The residents of what city consume more hot dogs than any other city?
New York.
New York. Any other guesses?
Chicago.
Chicago. Any other guesses? Miles.
Jersey?
Los Angeles.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Which hot dog carts are everywhere.
And it's warm, right? So hot dogs
Okay.
got to make sense all the time.
Okay.
You're not feeling that.
I'm not, because you don't hear about that.
No, because we're talking about avocado toast.
Maybe Dodgers games. Maybe that's where
Right.
like the bulk goes.
Well, and you said state, right? Or
City.
All right.
So,
I mean, I'm only guessing L.A. just because there's just so many of those vendors outside every event.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. You don't think L.A. hot dogs.
anybody know the original names for Americanized hot dogs? Don't overthink it.
The wiener.
The wiener. Wiener is one of them. There's one more.
Oh, Red Hot.
Frank's.
Frank's.
Oh, yeah.
They were just called
Ballpark
Frank's.
French. Yeah.
There you go. And then I'll leave you with this last and final factoid from the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council about hot dogs. Is it or is it not a sandwich?
No.
No.
Nah, I'll tell you no.
According to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, a hot dog is not a sandwich.
No, it's a hot dog.
It is.
Yeah, right.
It's a sausage.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the best way.
It's lasagna pizza. No, it's lasagna.
Exactly. It became one of those fun internet arguments that people took way too seriously.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's fine, right? Is cereal a soup?
Right.
I mean, what?
Exactly.
Whatever.
I can do this all day.
There's a wrapper burrito.
A woman in Houston was practicing her pole dancing and ended up destroying 2 apartment units.
How is that possible?
Tell you all about it at 5:15.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming at 5:50. In the meantime, if we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve with Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast 76-year-old Nancy Dello Stritto of Pompano Beach, Florida. Now, Nancy recently received a new license plate in the mail from the Florida Department of Motor Vehicles. And in Florida, when your license plate reaches the 10-year mark, it's automatically replaced. So the Florida Department of Motor Vehicles, like DMVs around the country, they sent one to her. And much like DMVs around the country, as you'd expect, they often get requests for vanity plates that they deny because they deemed them offensive. Some of the more notable denials include DZZNUTS, D's nuts, right? They're like, no, we're not going to give it to you. Fart, spelled with 3 A's. A22MANN, which is ass man. So Florida's turned all these down. Like, we're not doing that. Anyway, our honoree Nancy, she did not request a vanity plate, so she was surprised when she randomly got a license plate that reads SQZ A55, or as everyone else saw it, squeeze ass. Now, when she informed the DMV about it, assuming they'd sent her the wrong plate, that someone had obviously requested this plate. No one had. It was randomly generated by their computer, but they did offer to swap it out for her at no extra charge. She said, I'm 76. I'm keeping this bad boy, and if I can get people to honk, more power to me. So, yeah, they'll turn...
Squeezing ass.
Yeah, it just says, squeeze ass. That's all anyone sees. I'm like, oh, are bad. She's like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bitchola.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
The projects that built America didn't stop. And neither did the people behind them. Through changing seasons and changing generations, the work has always been there. Highways stretch farther. Fields feed families. Timber frames growing cities. For 250 years, America has been built by those who show up, work hard, and keep moving forward. And Pape has been here to support that work with the equipment, parts, service, and people it takes to keep operations running strong. Across the West, from the field to the forest, from the job site to the highway, businesses count on uptime to protect what they've built and prepare for what's next. Because legacies aren't built by stopping, they're built by staying ready. Celebrating 250 years of America and those who build, haul, harvest, and supply the American West. Pape keeps you moving.
Listeners, I want to tell you about a new podcast from Odyssey called Family Lore, where people tell interesting stories about their family history and then we investigate the truth behind them. Family Lore is available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill can please everyone on Profile This is played.
Sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Jordan. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. All right, Jordan, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir, Mr. Hill.
Fantastic. You have your choice today, one of 3 categories. Today we have Bite Me. In other words, what did somebody find in their food? Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally, today we have Seriously, where you guess the petty conflict that led to violence.
I'm going to do Seriously.
All right, we go to Wildwood, Florida, where 43-year-old Roy McIntosh, he was charged with misdemeanor battery after slapping a Subway employee. According to witnesses, McIntosh was visibly upset about something regarding the sandwich he'd ordered. Now, following a brief verbal interaction, he reached across the counter and slapped the cashier Will Smith style. Store surveillance recorded the 6'2", 240-pound McIntosh slapping the kid, who immediately stepped backward in shock. When McIntosh was confronted by the police, he admitted to slapping the cashier, but claimed that it was in retaliation for a sandwich that he believed the cashier had intentionally sabotaged a week earlier. So
it was a week earlier?
Yes, he had the sandwich a week ago, believed that this particular cashier sabotaged it, came in to confront this kid, slapped him, and now here we are. So we don't know if that part is true, but we do know that he was arrested. The question is, what was wrong with his sandwich? Was there no mayonnaise? Was there too many onions? Was the bread hard? Or was there no meat? So no mayonnaise, too many onions, hard bread, or no meat.
I'm going to say I gotta go with the mayo. That seems like the pickiest condiment.
Did you say where? Like, what was the establishment?
Subway.
It is a Subway.
It is a Subway, yeah.
Okay.
I did go to a sub place. It was not Subway. And I ordered a chicken salad sandwich. Walked about 6 blocks here to work. Came upstairs, opened my bread. There was no chicken salad.
I'm going to go no meat then.
So I walked back down there and told the guys, I said, hey, I'm not usually this guy, but I said, do you remember me? Like, dude, you were here 15 minutes ago. I'm like, right, I got the chicken salad sandwich. He goes, yeah. So I opened it up. Dude just started laughing. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I don't know how you forgot that. He's like, I don't know either. I toasted the bread. I melted the cheese.
And you said too many onions?
Too many onions. Yes, because they use red onions.
I think it's too many onions.
Too many onions. Okay. What was wrong with this guy's sandwich that was worth a slapping? No mayo, too many onions, hard bread, or no meat? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Head to Florida on profile. This category as a seriously man was charged with battery after slapping a Subway employee because something was wrong with his sandwich that he'd gotten there a week ago. So I guess he just went in there and slapped the kid.
A week later, yes.
For whatever was wrong with the sandwich. Question is, what was the problem? No mayo, too many onions, hard bread, or no meat?
And that is the question that we posed to you, Jordan. Let us start with D. Ted Smith said too many onions. Knowing the red and they're pretty pungent, it was not too many onions. Miles Montgomery, you went with no meat.
Makes sense to me.
There was the fact. Well, assuming you ordered a meat sandwich, you got the meat. Jordan, I leave you. You said no mayo.
Oh, my God. Skunked.
The bread was hard.
Which is weird because they cook bread and they're fresh every day.
Look, man, maybe that's the guy's complaint. I don't know how much
I hope
truth
he
there
got
is
it
to it.
toasted, and it's just a moron.
If you slap someone at Subway over that, there's a very good chance you're a moron. I don't know, but according to him, his bread was hard. He believed the cashier did it intentionally. So he came back a week later to slap him over.
I mean, you might have thoughts on Subway, but Miles is right. Like
the bread.
So I mean, I've never had been like it's a hard sub.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
Now for all TV news all the time, and it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Seth Meyers, the Jimmy Salad-Kibble, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The time these guys have teams of talents to write or something, come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
There's a brutal heat wave hitting most of the country, and in New York City, it's so hot that people are standing outside trying to catch those random AC drops on their tongue. It's so hot, CVS is begging people to steal their deodorant. It's so hot that the World Cup game between France and Spain was 90 minutes of hydration with 3-minute soccer break.
I think it's Fallon.
Yeah, it's Fallon.
That's Fallon.
There's a brutal heat wave hitting most of the country. Right here in New York City, it's 95 degrees. It is so hot, people are standing outside trying to catch those random AC drops in their tongue. It's so hot, CVS is begging people to steal their deodorant. It's so hot, the World Cup game between France and Spain was 90 minutes of hydration with a 3-minute soccer break.
Couple in Brazil is attempting to break the Guinness World Record by kissing 100 times in 30 seconds, besting the previous record holder, any Italian grandmother.
Seth.
That's Seth. Second one.
A couple in Brazil recently attempted to break a Guinness World Record by kissing 195 times in 30 seconds, besting the previous record holder, any Italian grandmother.
There's nothing about kissing on that one, Ted.
What's it say?
Cooking.
All right.
Yeah, close enough.
Cooking, kissing. Tim was in there. I felt the pressure. United Airlines is introducing a premium row that will have an empty middle seat for a tray table for the aisle and window seat to share. They're also releasing an ultra cheap option where you sit in the middle seat and everyone eats off your lap.
Fallon? Ted Smith?
Fallon.
United Airlines is introducing a premium row that will have an empty middle seat with a tray table for the aisle and window seats to share. Oh. Yeah. They're also releasing an ultra cheap option where you sit in the middle seat and everyone eats off your lap.
Singer and Mr. Worldwide Pitbull has set a new record for the most people wearing bald caps to appear bald at his concert. Now, I remind people once again, my culture is not your costume.
The Ted Smith.
Yeah, that is me. That's for us.
Yeah, I know, man. I feel it. If you want to be bald, shave your head.
Yeah, and I like that they're having bald meetups. I've seen this before. But now people are just going out with bald caps on.
Do you think he can grow hair, Pitbull? Like, is he legitimately bald, or do you think he shaves his head?
Oh, no, he's one of us. He's a true bald.
One of us.
Yeah. Well, some people just buzz their head.
A true bald.
A true bald.
You're a true bald.
A highway in Connecticut was closed off for several hours after a truck spilled thousands of cans of Michelob Ultra. Said beer lovers, it's fine.
Seth.
Fallon. That's Seth Meyer.
A highway in Connecticut was recently closed for several hours after a truck spilled thousands of cans of Michelob Ultra. Said beer lovers, that's fine.
I didn't write that one. No.
Yeah.
Do you like an Ultra? Even after we did those 6 beer challenge. That was my favorite one.
I mean, it's fine. There's nothing to not like about it. You know what I mean? There's no real taste, so you can't go, I hate it. Like, it's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. It's cold. It's wet.
And it's beer.
It's beer. Let's see. I mentioned yesterday, or maybe I forgot to, but the show Quarterback started on Netflix, right? So it's basically, and it's by Peyton Manning, right? And it's, I don't know enough. Well, I don't know if I want to make this argument right now, but I do like Peyton Manning. It starts. It's like the hardest position in sports. It's like,
I mean, the argument's there, but
yeah.
Is it? No. I think cornerback is the hardest position on the football field. I think shortstop might be the hardest position in sports. Or catcher.
Yeah, I would say catcher.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not terribly wrong, right? There's just a lot the quarterback has to do.
I mean, he's biased. We understand that. And no one's taking anything away from being a quarterback, but like in sports.
Right, to say that overall, it's like, man, that's a bold statement.
You got to remember, your wide receiver is running like a 4.2, 4.3. This guy is lightning fast. The guy covering him, he runs backwards. That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does not know the play.
Right, correct.
So Joe Flacco's on there this season, and this is the previous season, right? So it's the season we just had. So it starts in 2025. Flacco's on there, and then the interesting one to me was Cam Ward, right? He's just been drafted by the Titans. I like Cam Ward. I think in time he will be a very good quarterback, but he's also a rookie, right, in the NFL. And I kind of forget they take you like game by game. They're following around Baker as well. I forget who the fourth guy is right now, but like Baker, Baker's entertaining. The story of how he met his wife is super entertaining. And she's like, yeah, I Googled him. It was not good. And even Baker's like, look, I get intense. Some of that stuff I did in college I probably wouldn't do now. But
of course, we got it.
Joe Flacco is exactly who you think he is. He just, he has the Corvette he won. And it's a super nice Corvette. It's Super Bowl MVP. It's just dusty and in a garage. He
won it in 2012.
He's like, I don't fit in it. He's like, I'm not getting rid of it. Like I said, he's got his trophies. He's kind of like, they're here. I'm Joe Flacco. I'm just, I just play football.
I exist. Yeah.
Yeah. But Cam Ward, and his story's good. If you're a Washington State fan, you remember the year he had here in Washington State before he went down to Miami. So it's funny. It's the first game. They're at Denver. Tough matchup, right? They just need, I think, a field goal to tie it. So they're within field goal range. It'll be long. And I don't know. Like, I kind of agree with the offense coordinator. He's kind of asking him. And Cam Ward's like, don't worry. I will not get sacked. And as soon as he said it, I didn't remember the play, but I'm like, oh, he's going to get sacked.
You're going to get sacked.
And he did. And he got sacked behind. It knocked him out of field goal range. They did not win that game. But it's just, that's the good thing about this show. It's just those little moments, right? Because obviously, I think the offense coordinator might be a little bit younger, too. He's still kind of feeling that. And Cam Ward, I mean, he said it so confidently. It's hard not to be like, no, son, hand the ball off.
Right.
But he just kind of, he sits on the bench and he's like, I didn't think that would happen. And he's like, I'm coaching you. Just listen.
Right.
Right. Which is kind of cool to see. Because, like, for the Seahawks, right, we saw that, the year before, with kind of what Geno and seeing what Coach McDonald was doing with that defense. You could kind of see it building. But, like, no coach is going to come out and say it. that Titans staff, they know last year they're not making the playoffs.
Of course they do.
They're not winning a title. So
we're here to win the Super Bowl.
It's just funny when he's just like, and he didn't say it angry. He's just like, look, I'm coaching you. You will learn in the NFL. Those little checkdowns and this and that are going to help you out a long, long way.
Yes, they will.
So super interesting show if you want to watch that. All-Star Game was on. I don't know. Anybody watch it?
I watched a little bit of it.
I did not.
By the time
it was dead in Philly because Yale dominated. And even though it was 3 almost the game, the NL had no offense. They were mowing them down. So that ballpark was dead quiet. I mean, there was just not a lot of American League fans in Philly.
No, in Philly, those fans, I mean, they booed everybody that wasn't a Philly during the home run derby and everything else. And then, I don't blame them. It's hot as hell. That stadium emptied out pretty quick.
Yep.
But yeah, good to see that. So this is a list of maybe the 10 worst TV shows of all time. I would be shocked if you guys know any of them. There's only one on the list at number 3 that I thoroughly enjoyed.
Okay.
All right. So number 1 for 2023 called The Idol. Musical artist The Weeknd, known for his cruisy music videos. I guess this was his attempt at long-form storytelling, and they say it wasn't a hit with critics or viewers.
So that was The Weeknd doing that show.
Right, but it was called The Idol.
All right.
If I'm not mistaken, I remember that one there was a couple clips that showed up on TikTok and whatnot, just basically just running them across the coals stick with music, bud. You're not an actor.
Yeah. It's tough.
Okay. All right.
Cop Rock, 1990.
I remember when that came out.
Cop Rock.
Imagine Law and Order show where the characters periodically break into song and dance.
Oh, God.
You don't remember this?
I do not.
So I remember the commercials for it. I never watched an episode because you could smell the stupid on this, but it was a drama. It's not a comedy. So it's not wrong. Picture Law and Order, but it's a musical. I mean, that's all you have to say. Law and Order as a musical. That is the beginning and the end of the description, and it did exactly as well as you did.
Okay.
But
I would watch that now.
I would watch it now because it's funny, but they were
ridiculous.
They were saying, this is groundbreaking. It's never been done. It's well, sometimes things have never been done because everyone had the idea. It was wait, check that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
And that was a perfect example. Yeah. Cop Rock. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it seems I don't know. Some guy was doing too many drugs with another dude from the East Village at Studio 54, and they're like, what if we made it half musical?
But see, I never blamed it.
No, his name's Dan.
I never blamed the creator, though, right? We could come up with that. I would just never think that a network executive would be like, that is forward thinking. Sign off on that. Give these guys a budget.
There is a bit of a theme here. So 2007, these worst shows of all time. Viva Laughlin. A musical mystery drama based around the opening of a casino. It lasted 2 episodes.
Yeah,
that's too long. That's too long.
I don't know. Like I said, some of these shows, like Cop Rock, I kind of remember the name, but most of these are, I don't even know. There's a show still on called All's Fair, 2025 to now. Kim Kardashian's in it.
Is it a fictional show?
I am not sure. It's got
but they're saying it's still on and they say it sucks.
Yes.
Interesting.
Wow, that's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, exactly. We feel better now.
That's awful.
Fred the Show, 2012.
Oh, yeah.
You would know this one.
So, in the earlier days of YouTube,
right.
when personalities were just kind of starting to become a thing and people realized, hey, you can put regular content out there. There was this guy by the name of Fred. And Fred was this...
Frigglehorn.
Frigglehorn. Is that his
That's
last name?
his last name.
Yeah. But he made a name for himself being honestly as obnoxious and annoying as you can.
Okay.
He had his voice turned all the way up to he sounded kind of like a chipmunk almost, and then he just screamed all the time. It was obnoxious. And I was old enough to where I didn't find it funny. I just found it stupid. But the kids loved it. It blew up because that's also what they were looking. They know YouTube was their playground. And then Nickelodeon picked it up and gave them a show. And how long did it last, Ed? It was not long.
Yeah, short-lived series.
Yeah.
Right, he breakout star on YouTube, went on to some fame on Nickelodeon. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Now, this one's kind of tough. They say the Jerry Springer Show.
I mean, it was and it wasn't.
Right, 91 to 2018.
It is absolutely the worst show that's ever been on.
Everybody went through a phase.
But we like it.
It's also 30 years.
Right, but I think everyone recognized that it was stupid. but that's what we enjoyed. I mean, that's honestly, like, nobody walked out of there going, dude, that was the most profound episode. That never happened.
Like
we understood.
It's White Castle. You know what you're getting.
Right, exactly.
It's not a gourmet hamburger.
Right, but I don't disagree that it shouldn't be on this list. It's a bad show. No. We just liked it, but I mean, some of the stuff was ridiculous.
It's trash
right?
TV.
Yeah, it is trash. I was going to call it smut.
But it was kind of the originator of it. I think that's where it gets it. Like, look, you were not copying anyone. You guys created this straight up trash, but it was awesome.
Now, this one breaks my heart of the worst, or maybe the worst TV shows of all time. 2007, Cavemen.
Oh, that was the Geico Caveman spinoff.
That three dudes, terrible, man.
Three Neanderthals living in modern day San Diego. Nick Kroll was on it. It was based off the Geico commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
Who'd have thought a TV show based off a commercial wouldn't do well?
Hey, I love those cavemen. I like that show.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if I like the show or not. I don't remember it.
It was
I just remember when it came out.
joke.
I always thought the Geico Caveman was great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a half-decent campaign. Why are we turning this into a show? Nobody cared about the characters. They laughed.
Number one on the list, 1965 to 1966. My Mother, the Car.
Oh, my God.
A guy's dead mother comes back as a car and speaks to him through the radio. It's a comedy starring Dick Van Dyke's brother, Jerry Van Dyke.
Well, he's still alive to know it sucks.
Wow. Okay.
My car's a mother. My mother's a car.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. 2 men in North Carolina found out that as babies, they were switched when born. Meanwhile, a Florida man is arrested for sticking a sex toy where his body gives back its corn. Houston woman floods 2 apartments while pole dancing at home. The Detroit Zoo is where a baby gorilla will now roam. And a Georgia couple is arrested while trying to burn meth in a toaster while running a chainsaw. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Hi, on top 3, we're going to Houston, where honing your dancing skills can cause some serious damage. Earlier this month, a local woman was inside of her apartment practicing her pole dancing. She took a video of her practice for one reason or another and ended up sharing it online after disaster struck. As she worked the pole, it came loose from the ceiling, as we've seen from time to time, but as it came down, it struck the fire sprinkler that was nearby and caused a cascade of water into her apartment. Not only was her furniture ruined due to the water, but the apartment below her as well as everything inside of her apartment. Not only was, luckily her neighbor was understanding about the situation and she was able to move into another unit in the complex. Just flooded her entire doggone apartment.
Wow.
It sinks down to the apartment below her, ruins 2 units.
I think she's honest about it. I mean, I was trying to pole dance.
Right. Well, and she intentionally put it where she did because she didn't want it near a wall, because these things come loose all the time.
Yeah.
She was like, I didn't want to bust a wall. She's like, I didn't even think about the fire sprinkler.
She will now.
Yeah. It becomes those things are not near as tight as you think they are.
Like, no, and people do dumb stuff with them all the time.
They do.
I've heard of somebody hanging clothes on them and it ripped off, and then same thing.
Oh, they have little signs in a lot of the hotel rooms.
I was about to mention that the last hotel that I was in, they have the sign on there. They
don't hang clothes. Like, it has a coat hanger.
Oh, yeah.
And a big red
hat. Yep. Like on a cruise ship, because it's not like you have a whole lot of places to hang things anyway, so a lot of people resort to the fire sprinkler. So they had to put up those little stickers.
I've had a lot of apartments. I've never had one with a fire
Same.
You know.
Now that I think on it, you're right.
Sprinkler system.
There's alarms.
All those things. I've just never been in one where I thought, oh my God, that thing could.
Right.
I assume it's probably newer ones. Like when I lived in a condo building, they definitely did. But you're right. Most apartments, just the newer ones, probably.
That's nasty water that comes out of there, too. It's bad.
Yeah.
Wild story out of Georgia as sheriff's deputies got a little bit more than they bargained for. They arrived at a home to serve a search warrant for a drug investigation. Their search led them to the shed out back where the home's 2 residents were hiding from officers refusing to open the door. I wonder why. When officers managed to break inside, they were greeted by one of the occupants wielding a running chainsaw with the blades activated.
Jesus.
Wow. Yeah. The resident was ordered to drop the tool, and they complied, ensuring an encounter that ended without injury.
Maybe he was doing Jackal on karaoke.
What they also found inside was the couple was burning methamphetamine with a toaster.
That makes more sense.
They believe that was in an attempt to destroy evidence. By the end of their search, deputies had found 23 grams of meth, 41 assorted pills, and less than an ounce of marijuana, all of which packaged for sale. There was also a child inside of the home, which sported excrement covering all over the floors. They're now facing separate charges.
The entire house was covered in crap. They got their kid living in it.
Yeah.
But I need a license to fish.
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
Just okay. We got our priorities straight.
Jeez.
And why walk out there with a running chainsaw If you're just like, sir, put the weapon down. Okay.
No kidding.
Then I'll fire it up.
Yeah.
Because you're jacked up on meth, and so you're not thinking straight.
All right,
I'll show them.
Authorities in Japan are asking for the public's help in tracking down a suspect wanted in a string of break-ins. Over the last 2 weeks, break-ins have been reported in a cluster of locations that has officially been identified as a hungry black bear that's been breaking into homes and raiding the fridges.
I'm just a silly old bear.
Right? This bear busts into these people's houses and goes directly for the fridge. Like, I know what's in here.
Yeah.
Come on. Where's it at?
That's smart, man.
Let's see here. Due to the same homes being targeted multiple times, officials believe that it is a single bear that has found a well to tap. They're now on the lookout for the animal.
Wait till they upgrade to porch pirates.
All right. Thank you. We go to Florida, where we might need to check the water. A man in his 40s was arrested after multiple witnesses reported seeing the man outside of his apartment building hiding a sex toy in his person.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, God. One even took a photo of the incident, which was later used for his arrest.
Is this Florida again?
Yes. Florida again.
Oh, no, the guy went for the judge yesterday.
Yeah,
Right.
that was the vacuum cleaner.
Right, he was
guy.
out with the vacuum
Jesus.
cleaner. And it's not the first one that we've heard. And it's just, it's like it's almost like a mission. It's, it's like the movie Weapons, where something snaps and all of a sudden they're like, I got to go outside and insert something. And
Let's do it inside.
right. They get naked and then they just start going out. It's like, you're in your 40s. What are you doing?
I don't know. It's Florida. Look, man, we were just there. I did not see anything like that. I cannot
Bummer.
Explain how. I think it's the water and the heat, man.
Yeah.
In Orlando, water, like everyone's like, dude, you can smell it when you turn on the tap. And even, I cannot explain how gross it was. A lot of cities have some questionable water. I've never had water worse than that in my life.
Golly. But just in case those stories have a bad taste in your mouth,
Thankfully, there's good news.
we go to Detroit, where the local zoo has a new member. For the second time in nearly 100 years, the Detroit Zoo has welcomed the birth of a brand new baby gorilla. The chief life sciences officer for the Detroit Zoological Society said that it went about as smoothly as a pregnancy can, and noted that over her 8.5-month pregnancy, she voluntarily trained to receive routine ultrasounds through positive reinforcement, giving the vet team a clear window into the baby's development the entire way. Both mom and baby are doing just fine.
How do you help a gorilla? Because I'm assuming they deliver their babies very similar to humans.
Yeah.
Right? Because we'll say, like, push or take deep breaths or all these things we kind of coach them through it. I mean, a gorilla, like, what do you... Damn, Mike. I guess that's one way to do it. Okay.
Get it moving.
Yeah.
Gonna go.
Just walk up there and do it. Yeah.
I would.
Harambe really wasn't that bad to that kid.
No, he wasn't. He was good to the kid. It was
Where
just
did he
fine.
get the chance? He got shot in the face. Like, goddamn. Treating the kid well.
Man,
Wow. Harambe,
he's
brother.
going straight for it. Men's Room Sports, you got Summer League basketball on Amazon and ESPN2, as well as some
Slim pickets tonight, Paul.
WNBA basketball on USA and women's soccer on ESPN.
Okay.
As far as your weather, taking a bit of a turn here. The clouds are moving in and bringing temperatures down to 59 tonight with rain showers. Tomorrow should be on and off showers into the afternoon with a high of 6-7. So for your headlines with that, Mike Hawkins out.
Thanks, sir. We appreciate it. Head chef on the way tomorrow with Ted's Meat and Potatoes and the game known as Big Dummy. Lovely Jolene up in second.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.